Alright. Yeah, I'm back. We're hoping I'd have a heart attack in my office or something. No. Yeah, good news is we're through most of the nitpicky hipster douchebag bullshit. At least you understand there are many different kinds of nukes and different kinds of super weapons that could be worse than nukes, right? Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to get too crazy here. What I'm going to do is we're going to finish off with the nukes by, you pretty much already know what the tactical nuke is. It's the most efficient type of nuke that you can make it just the right size of explosion and target it exactly where you want it to drop. So if a crazy man has a crazy fortress somewhere, you can blow up just his fortress and minimal damage around the outside. And of course, what about the radiation? I don't want to ignore that completely, right? In my opinion, the Agent Orange is worse because, like I said, it lingers around longer. It's still lingering and we don't know how long it's... Yeah, there's no... It's a test, right? Not like that, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, whatever, right? We're testing, we're waiting to see, right? Whereas with the radiation, yeah, that's very... this is it. I'm gonna have to explain radiation. And yeah, this is... Oh, man, hipster douchebag just got, like, 10 Viagra boners from that. Like, he's like, oh, right, he got all his dildos for this. So yeah, let's fucking let him out of it first. Yeah, I guess I have to do my temporary hipster douchebag bullshit thing for a second here, and then we'll get into the more, somewhere between that and what crazy grandpa who thought there was one nuke that would blow up the world. Somewhere between those two extremes. Get a better look at what radiation actually is, so whenever someone bitches about it, you can be like, actually, yeah, I actually know something. Yeah, exactly. You can Google it yourself after, and you'll know what to look for, right? I'm going to show you a couple diagrams, simplified versions. I don't want to give you... Some people will be like, oh no, I want the full one. It's like, I'm sorry, you wouldn't understand the full one, right? Start with the simple one. You know what I mean? Like all the super technical number details, like, yeah, it's got all the numbers. I don't know what any of them mean, right? Yeah. So I found some simplified ones. One is the periodic table of elements. The other is the electromagnetic spectrum. Yeah, oh god, suddenly dropping Moabs everywhere sounds like a great idea. I wouldn't have to go to fucking physics and chemistry class. Like I said, we don't have to learn everything. You don't have to memorize the periodic table, nothing like that. I'll just, give you a better idea of what uranium and plutonium is. People get these weird ideas about, yeah, hipster douchebag ideas. Yeah, let's get this shit off the table first. Basically, the reason this is perfect hipster douchebag territory, this is exactly the kind of thing he can, jerk off. It's like a double-ended dildo, I guess, because there's two... I'm sorry, it's an accurate metaphor. It's two separate pieces he can jerk off, right? So it's like, there are radioactive particles, and then there is light radiation waves. So if I start talking about the light radiation, no, it's the radioactive particles, look, I have proof. Well, yeah, those are real radioactive particles. If I started there, you said, actually, no, look, it's this radio wave spectrum, look. Well, you're right, bro. Yeah, exactly. So if I grab one end of that dildo, he's gonna grab the other end. We gotta avoid that shit, right? Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna explain one first and then the other, and by the end of it, hopefully, yeah, you've cock-blocked both of his double-ended dildos, and he'll have nothing left to do, and he'll leave. I hope that made sense. I guess, I was thinking about where to start, and I realized I think I'm gonna start with, the electromagnetic spectrum, which is light, because that's... Basically, a radioactive particle just slowly emits radiation. That's what that is. The different particles do it for different reasons. I'll explain as best as I can soon, but that's kind of tier 2, you know what I mean? At the bottom of the pyramid, the simplest tier 1, radiation at its... If you break down the Latin root words, I hate to preach Latin to you guys all the time, but you're already speaking it, you might as well know what the fuck these words mean. Imagine I started speaking Chinese and didn't know what any of the words meant? Yeah. Sorry. Radiation, radiant. She's so radiant. She glows with this light. Yeah, radiation. She's got fucking radiation literally pouring out of her. It could give you cancer. It could anything. You never know. Yeah, I don't know. It's as best I can do to start describing it. Radiation is light, and not even a type of light. Light and radiation are the same thing. Light is just, I don't know what an English modern word for it. So, I know, right? Every form of light, your flashlight, your candle, your cell phone, fucking and then all the light we can see is in a small spectrum. Okay, well, I guess I'll show you the fucking thing here in a second. Yeah, I should probably get the diagram here, but I'm just... If I throw the diagram up first, hipster douchebag's gonna throw 100 dildos at it, so I gotta... Right? You know this by now, and this is the easiest way to deal with it. I can't stop him. He's a fucking demon sovereign lord. He's gonna pop up out of the wall behind me with 100 more dildos. Be like, actually, yeah, exactly. No, I'll finish explaining this first. I will show you that diagram in a moment. I just wanted to clarify that, yeah, light, any light source is within a small band of radiation. And that goes in both directions, whether it's too bright or too dark to see, I guess you could say. You've probably heard of infrared or ultraviolet. Oh, get that sunscreen. Wait, don't we need this stuff to live? Yeah. As far as I understand, humans need ultraviolet light to live, but too much will give you skin cancer, right? And then infrared light is on the other low end of the spectrum. It's so dark we can't see it, basically. But you've probably heard of thermal goggles. You can see the heat coming off of something. Heat transfers through infrared radiation. I'm pretty sure it's on the chart here. I know this is all kind of weird. I'm just, you'll get a better sense of it as when I show you the diagram and as we get into it. I'm just, I gotta get this out of the way first. The cock block maneuver, yeah, we got it. And then the further you go in either direction from our little visible light spectrum, that might sound weird. A rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, Roy G. Biv, whatever the fuck it is. You know what a fucking rainbow looks like. God damn it, I hope so. Go back and watch some cartoon or so. Fucking hell. I'll Google a picture of a rainbow. Those are spectrums of radiation. Those are all different frequencies of radiation. Our eyeballs are like radar dishes. Your retina inside of your eyeball is like a radar dish that picks up those frequencies of radiation, those radio signals. Literally, it's the same fucking thing. It's not like different frequencies of light, but it's still light. It follows all the same rules. Speed of light, fucking, yeah, all that shit. So yeah, I don't know, I want to make this as clear as possible, because yeah, this is very sensitive. It's like walking on a tightrope and the hipster douchebag is trying to jab you over with a dildo. Look, I'm helping people, I guess, or not really, I don't even know. You know what I mean? So yeah, at any point he can come right in and fuck everything up. So just, yeah, it is light, it is light, it is light. I don't know how else to make it any simpler than that. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a fairly simplified diagram. I mean, there are, they measure the light frequency in meters, literally, nanometers or centimeters. You see, kilometers, yeah, exactly. That's how the distance between each wave of light always travels in waves. And basically, this is what I mean by it's all the same light. Like, I know it's easy to think, no, it's a totally different, blah, it's so complicated, blah, yeah. It gets more complicated the more different things you're trying to measure or do at once. But at its simple tier 1 bottom of the pyramid, this is about the most fundamental fucking laws of the universe, right? And, I hope I explained this before, like, this is the difference between rules and laws. I'm not saying this is the way it always ever will be for all eternity, but this is how it is now, and if it changes, we gotta keep up with it, right? We gotta keep up with the laws. The universe writes the laws, we just try to keep up with it. We're, like, investigating those laws. So, yeah, this visible fucking rainbow spectrum in the middle, that's just light at a different frequency. So, like, you can take the same fucking beam of light or photon particle. I don't want to get too into fucking quantum chaos particle shit we don't know yet, that's the whole point. But we've been measuring light for a long time. That's kind of the point, is we still, the measure, within these frequencies, right? I guess we can't go smaller than a fucking picometer or higher than kilometers. And yeah, there's probably some things on here. Microwaves. Oh, I thought microwaves had fucking plutonium in them. Yeah, no. A microwave is a microscopic wave of light. You get it? Yeah, you know what words mean now. Huh? You're getting smarter. So yeah, I mean, there's another, you've probably heard a million hipster douchebags go on about microwaves and radiation and microwave radiation. Oh, the microwave has radiation. Yeah, so does your TV and your cell phone and fucking your body and fucking your candles. It's good to be a little more specific about these things. We'll just get rid of all the radiation. Oh, buddy, you just fucking doomed us to hell and Diablo's deepest, darkest void of darkness for all eternity if you want that. So you gotta know what this shit means before you say something like that. Careful what you wish for, huh? Yeah, so I mean, anyway, as far as I know, microwaves cook your food with light, but like it's not so much that it's super radioactive, it's just a lot of power behind it. I don't know, have you ever seen like a heat lamp? Like, they use them in restaurants where they put the french fries under the heat lamp and it keeps them warm. Yeah, if you touch that heat lamp, or yeah, that's all being created by light, or, there's a metal coil inside that heats it too, but like, no, you can make a normal light bulb enough wattage that it's emitting enough light that it makes things hotter. You can use light to heat things up, and that's basically what a microwave does with your food. And you'll notice it's on the other end, it's on the dark end of the spectrum. The bright end of the spectrum is the purple short on the bottom there. Ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, oh boy, yeah, that's where you get into nasty shit. I mean, yeah, so a microwave, obviously, if you put something in a microwave, yeah, don't put your fucking, oh my god, man. Yeah, it's like putting yourself in an oven or whatever, right? Infrared light. Your oven creates infrared light, so yeah, exactly. It's just cooking things with light. Your radio, I guess cell phone Wi-Fi signals are around the radio TV area. I'm not sure if it's higher or lower, but it'd be pretty close. It's probably just above or just below your radio TV waves and stuff like that. You'd have your Wi-Fi and your 5G and stuff like that. I understand people being skeptical in that, but really, I mean, this should be quite self-apparent, and not evident or whatever, but self-indicating. I mean, the light from the sun heats up the earth, I would, or unless you're a fucking, oh my god, man, flat earth. Hey, I'm pretty sure even a flat earth person would agree with this, right? Oh man, yeah, the light from the sun makes it nice and toasty warm here. So, right, and that it doesn't, and you gotta realize the sun is emitting all of these spectrums, the whole fucking thing. We only see a small part of it. But yes, there's infrared radiation, there's ultraviolet radiation coming off the sun. Oh, get that sunscreen. There's fucking X-rays and gamma rays coming out of the sun. Earth has its own electromagnetic field around it. It's fucking Star Trek. Hey, it's real shit, man. And this is like high school physics, but once you understand this, it's like, oh, now you're like smarter than 90% of the crackpots on the internet. Yeah, that's all it took. So yes, solar radiation. The sun is the biggest nuclear explosion that you've ever seen, and it's so big it's gonna last. You know, that mushroom cloud stuck around for a while? Yeah, the sun's gonna stick around for a couple billion years till it burns out. And it's fucking letting off all this radiation. The Earth has an electromagnetic field around it because it has a fucking iron-nickel liquid core around the metal inner iron core, and iron is naturally magnetic, and oh my god, electricity responds to magnetism, and magnets respond to electricity. They're kind of yin-yang, but polar opposites, positive, negative, exactly. And that's what we're seeing with our eyeballs. I know this is all fucking weird, but you probably already get the idea that every crackpot who bitched at you about glowing green toxic goo, yeah, that's not radiation, is it? No, we'll get to that. Basically, all I'm saying is Earth has kind of a natural shield around it. Our atmosphere, ionosphere, those are small parts of it, but no. Have you ever heard someone say, like, oh man, if we lose the ozone... Yeah, that'd be a bad thing. I don't want to lose the ozone. It does slowly regenerate over time by the radiation hitting certain particles in our atmosphere, some of which is carbon dioxide. So really, you don't want to get rid of all the carbon dioxide either. Not only because plants need that shit to live, suffocate all the plants. All in good balance, right? Again, that's why you need to know these things instead of taking the extremist fucking crazy, get rid of all the CO2, get rid of all the radiation. Oh yeah, you're doing so much good. That sounds like all the best things a good person should say, right? Yeah, welcome to Diablo's dungeon. We can talk more about climate change and that later, but I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you want to not create excess amounts, but you do have to consider these things. It's kind of like the jihad. If you don't draw that second line, like, okay, we actually still need this much, fucking 50 years down the road, someone else is going to pick up your work and be like, oh yeah, get rid of all the CO2. Oh, why are all the plants dying? Oh yeah. And then they'll think, oh man, some hipster douchebag will come up with a different theory. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so Earth's natural magnetic field, because Earth's core is a giant magnet, that magnetic field blocks a lot of this radiation. So, I mean, a laser is light radiation. You know how to make a fucking force field against a laser? You get a magnet. Yeah, a magnet will stop a laser if it's strong enough. Yeah, that's another reason lasers aren't the best fucking weapons. Put all this technology and fucking our whole industry into the giant star-destroying laser, and I get a fucking magnet and deflect it back at you. It's possible. It's very possible. I mean, really, the closest thing to a laser weapon that we have, or have considered, or, whatever, if I were to build one, which would probably be one of the nastiest weapons ever, I mean, think about, have you ever heard someone say, oh, what do you think, the green laser is better than a red laser, or a blue laser? And you might be thinking, what's the difference? Now you're looking at this chart saying, okay, blue, yeah, right, different frequencies, okay, you want the high frequency, or, the short, more energy, not less energy, right? Yeah, right? But then you're thinking, why stop there? Yeah, right, do we have to stop at purple? Can we keep going? X-ray, gamma ray, I've heard of microwave emitter weapons, but really, like, yeah, when you get, like, an X-ray, hey, you're looking at the X-ray going, oh, I got an X-ray next week, should I go? When you get an X-ray, they click, there, it's done. In the modern day, back in the day, they used to take too many long, when the technology was coming out, they had to do long exposures, like, we gotta keep it on for 10 seconds. Yeah, they used to give people a lot of problems with old school X-ray technology. That shit got much better recently to where they can snap a quick little photograph with it and develop it on the, put it on their computer in a minute. But yeah, back in the day, they had to fucking put you in a microwave base, worse than a microwave, and then you'll get the results in some time later. Oh man, and yeah, if you got to go to different doctors for different things, we got to give you an X-ray too. Yeah, man, no, yeah, that used to be a bigger problem than it is now. But yeah, again, keep it in mind. Like the only reason it's better now is because you're only exposed to it for a split second, very, very short amount of time. The longer you're exposed to it, the more damage it can cause. Again, like touching a stove. Like, you can probably touch your stove for a split second, but you stick your hand on... Yeah. Before we move on, I even thought of a cool little Bill Nye the Science Guy experiment. You can do at home by yourself, or whatever. Do you have a flashlight in your house? Preferably one of the fucking blinding LED high beamers. You know what I mean? It's like extra white light that's like in fucking the Matrix, like when they're in that white room. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know, I got a Dorsey model, just one of those little fucking blinder flashlights. Put it under your hand and turn it on, and move it around. Yeah, oh my god, move it up by your fingers. Look, you can X-ray, you can see the fucking blood vessels in your fingers by put the flashlight against one side of your fingers and look at it from the other side. Yeah, you are X-raying through your fucking fingers right now. Oh, look, I can see the blood vessels. Yeah, isn't that neat? Light, radiation, X-ray, that's not even an X-ray, man. Jesus Christ. It's all starting to come together, isn't it? Alright, so, there's a little more to cover here. There's still the matter, you're probably wondering, like, okay, I know it can be dangerous, yes, your oven could burn you, your fucking microwave can burn your food, fucking, is laying on the beach too long can burn your skin, fucking X-rays can it can all be dangerous. What about your radio waves? Yeah, well, yeah, it might take longer than a human lifetime for your TV to give you skin cancer, or it could melt your eyeballs out. I guess the less energy frequency it is, the more exposure you need, or the more power, more beams of light, basically. So yeah, if you left that flashlight going through your fingers for hours or days or years, you'd probably start killing the cells, basically. And here's, cancer is fairly complicated, but on one hand, it's easy to at least explain where the problem starts. I can't tell you, obviously, you need a fucking oncologist or whatever to tell you everything about it. But the reason, radiation, cancer, and green toxic goo, oh my god, man, fucking hipster douchebag pissed all over the floor again. It's, oh my god, yeah, where to start, right? Yeah, we're there. You probably already got some intuition about this. That's good. I mean, let it bounce around your brain for a minute while you're looking at the chart, and just like... Okay, basically I have to explain how this can damage your DNA, and yeah, again, I don't want to I've talked about DNA briefly before, but I mean, yeah, whatever. Your DNA is complicated, but it's made of very simple things, and basically, if that flashlight can go through your fingers, and X-rays can go through your fingers, and you can use infrared goggles to see through a wall, the light can go through pretty most things, right? Your eyeballs are only seeing a small frequency of this light. Yeah, right? The universe is a pretty fucked up place. I'm just saying, the higher frequency, I mean, you can almost see it with this chart. Well, sort of. They should have made the less energy frequency shorter. I know it says long and short. Think of it in the other way. Like, how tall are they? The short, high energy purple waves are occupying a wider space, I guess you could say. Whereas the long, less energy waves are like a shallow wave, like a surfing on a really shallow wave. You almost might get it. Yeah, the high energy is the big wave, dude. Yeah, lots of them. So basically, the higher the energy is, the more it's flailing around, the more likely it is to smash into a particle and destroy it, or knock it out of place. So you get into gamma rays that are so erratic and fucking spazzing all over the place that, yeah, you expose yourself to that for a split second even, and it'll flail around and smash your DNA out of place. Literally, it'll damage your DNA. Which, now it's growing all sorts of different things. And yeah, I mean, sure, tentacle monsters, whatever. There's a joke about how if X-Men was real, they would all just have cancer. And that, yeah, let's get into this quick. So, it's a bit of an exaggeration, I guess most jokes are. Basically, any mutation, your cells have changed, the DNA has changed, whether it was, intentional damage, or fucking Doc Bruce Banner, or fucking, the Hulk damage. Get pelted by gamma rays, yeah, no, he would have cancer, exactly, big green lump, man. Here's the thing. there is a very small chance that your mutation could be beneficial. Yeah, don't get greedy, pal. Oh, yeah. Can I be Superman? Yeah, you might be blind. You might have, erectile dysfunction. Whatever, right? Yeah, it's never gonna be perfect. Is anyone perfect? Yeah, don't be thinking that, man. And the thing is, much more likely for the mutation to be detrimental. It's hard to say, what's really better or worse. I mean better or worse for your body. You start growing new organs that you don't need, or extra organs, or you know what I mean. Your body's a pretty efficiently designed vehicle. It's like, I don't know, fucking Nissan or something. You start throwing a bunch of fucking Saab parts onto there, it's not gonna run so well. Yeah. I don't know, I hate to stress this, but I mean, I've honestly, I felt like this too, and if any younger people are watching, yeah, I don't know, man. Humans are so like that, right? Like, oh man, it'd be worth a shot. Like, can you imagine? Oh, I know I'm gonna... Because that's what every movie is. It's like, of course. It's like, yeah, when he did it, he got, ooh, I'm Lizard Man now. And it's just like, dude, I know. I don't want to lie. I have to say it is possible. But you gotta realize... Convenience, man. Nothing is ever that convenient. The universe is not gonna bend over backwards and let you suck its dick for free. Like, right? I don't know, man. It's just, it's dangerous to think that way. Like, ooh, I'm special. I don't know. It's a really fine line to assume that you will win the casino game just because whatever. Like, that's, gambling addiction, fucking whatever, right? So, I don't know. I'm sure most of you are sensible enough to not go jumping into a fucking gamma ray microwave or something. But, yeah, and I mean, realistically, the sun is giving off gamma rays, and our not the ozone, but the electromagnetic field from inside the Earth that has nothing to do with the atmosphere, right? Clarifying. Oh, man. Hey, I know, right? You've heard all these arguments before, and you're, like, writing it all down furiously. No, I gotta tell this guy who fucking pissed me off 5 years ago. Yeah, well, from now on, when those hipster douchebags roll around, oh, yeah. That's really what this is. This is how to, like, fight the hipster douchebag demon lord. I just gotta be careful. I gotta lure him in with all this science so he can be like, oh, dude! Yeah, I know. He's too busy flopping dildos around. He can't even tell. That's his weakness. Anyway. What I was saying is, you could just as easily get hit by a gamma ray from the sun through our atmosphere and electromagnetic field. It doesn't block all of it, just most of it. And there's that tiny chance one of them could hit your body of all the billions and trillions of particles, right? I know, like, you gotta realize how astronomical these numbers are. You know how long it takes to count to 1 billion? Like 98 years? Yeah, that's why it takes so long to do a census in China. Oh, burn! And it's weird, because on one hand, the more astronomical you make it sound, oh, the more special it is. Yeah, ooh, I'm 1 in a trillion, not even close. So yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, too, is, like, I'm sure the people who are still hoping it could be them, you're taking 100 steps further in the steps of convenience. Like, how are you going to turn the thing off? Is someone else helping you with this? Do you know how long to expose yourself to? How much frequency of this type of gamma radiation? Right? Like, are you just going to walk in and hit a button and be like, oh, walk out randomly at some point? Like, how do you know, man? You gotta realize every second of exposure is a whole different fucking astronomical set of equations of probability. And every further second is just more chance of getting cancer, and you gotta realize, it's not just cancer, it's the fact that it all cooks things. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's your microwave or your oven or a fucking heat lamp, a fire, a candle, fucking the sun. It will eventually cook you and kill you, right? Your skin will fall off and be like, oh wait, yeah, I've seen that in a movie. Yeah, you have. It's just, it's all slowly fitting together now. It's a pretty good movie for this, actually. It was, oh man, there was 2 movies that were very similar, and I'm trying not to recommend the bad ones, so I might as well tell you about both of them so you can tell for yourself. But there's a movie about Russian Navy dudes in one of their first big nuclear subs. It was either The Hunt for Red October or another one, and I think that was the good one, but I could be wrong. I don't want to tell you the wrong one, and then have you be like, this movie has fucking shit. Yeah, I'll think of the other one, 1 second. Man, so I figured I'd just Google it. Right? Hey, sometimes, hey, whatever, it's a movie. No, as soon as I see the results, I'm like, oh god, no, I'm falling into a rabbit hole already. I looked up the bad version, the movie I didn't want to recommend, and then I'm like, I can't remember the name of the other one. One of them has Harrison Ford playing a Russian submarine captain. Yeah, use your imagination. We will not fail. He's trying, all right. He's trying. And then Sam Neill, the most British man in the universe, is playing his Russian sub-commander, also trying to do a Russian accent. That's the good one. The one I just looked up has fucking Sean Connery, the most Scottish British man in the world, as a Russian submarine captain. Oh god, I'll figure it out, okay? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to leave that to one of you guys. Yeah, no, fuck. Yeah. Look up The Hunt for Red October. That's the one with Sean Connery. The other one, I think it's The Kursk, but I could be wrong. One of these movies, there was a good one where, because this is based on something that allegedly happened during the Cold War. A lot of the nuclear subs the Russians had were hastily put together with very shitty, like, safety precautions, cutting as many corners as possible. They've done that, and States does that too sometimes, they were rushing as well. But no, the Soviet Union was very, very slap-paced job, or you know what I mean. So only a few of their nuclear subs actually worked very well. And one of them had a pretty bad nuclear meltdown. Basically, their core started melting down, which is, I might as well explain this. Fucking, oh my god, Chernobyl. Yeah, right, it's all right, you might as well. But I can't explain everything in 1 second, okay? So yeah, we'll get to Chernobyl, don't worry. This fucking hipster douchebag doesn't even know what kind of conspiracy should be there. It's like, well, they all speak Russian, man. You better speak Russian too, because I don't. I will explain that, but that is more in the realm of the particles, the radioactive particles, right? You get it. We will get into that in a minute. I'm pretty sure you guys get this for the most part. Like, of course, there's more to it. You can get into exactly how many fucking picometers. Oh, yeah, right. Alpha waves, beta waves. Yeah, oh, these ones go left and right. These ones go up and down, top to bottom. Yeah, there's a few different things that variate here, right? If you want to get into the crazy shit. But for this, at this point, you know more than most people. Almost anyone who comes to you with that nagging, bitching tone, and they throw that word in there, and they don't know what the fuck it means, and they don't know the Latin root word, and they don't know any of this shit, or electromagnetic fucking nothing. Nothing. They're just a billion buzzwords in a beehive, bitch. I've heard it before. So, I may reference back to this, but yeah, let's move on to the periodic table of elements. Oh boy, you might be having fun by now. Or you're just like, dude, can we just drop the Moabs? Yeah, fuck it, let's go back to the big motherfucking bombs. I'm definitely in favor of that shit now. Depends how desperate you are. How much time do we have? Yeah, we got time now, that's why we're doing this now. If we waited till we had no time, oh, it'd be all the big motherfucking bombs. Alright. Yeah, whoa, man, this got more complicated. I should say this is actually a pretty good chart. This has pretty much all the not all the numbers. What about all the ions? Oh, man. You know what an ion engine is? Humans invented them all, like 100 years ago. Yeah, it's not alien. Hipster douchebag's like, what? You want to learn how to be a real hipster douchebag? Because this is actually true. Sort of. Vaguely, if you twist it right. Yeah, we used to build, back in the steampunk days, some people had certain technology, yeah, certain trains, and of course there's like the steam trains, some of them had ion engines, and they're burning coal, like in certain, not all that coal is carbon-12 or carbon-13, some carbon-14, there's different ions of carbon, so I mean, really? That coal engine fucking train, the Titanic, and they're shoveling coal. Yeah, that's an ion engine. God damn it, people. Now, obviously, you could make different ion engines. I could use different ions and do different things. However, if a shisty, sleazy salesman sold you an ion engine and gave you a steam fucking coal engine, well, technically he did not cheat you, and yeah, there's no refund on that one, buddy. Yeah, buyer beware, as they say. So yeah, I know this is a lot at once, but if it helps, this is it. Yeah, this is everything we know of in the universe. There may be more that we haven't found yet. And not even all of these things are known to... We haven't found all of them yet. And I know you're like, what? Basically, we have filled in the slots where we think they should be. You know, according to this design, we see that's like our best guess as to what would be there. And we just gave them names anyway, right? Like the mysterious ones. Ooh, those are like the ring wraiths, the 9 Nazgul. Yeah, who knows what their names are, right? Yeah, we just gave them... I'm trying. And just to make things, you know, there's ones on the bottom, ones on the side. There is a fucking, oh my god, I know I've tried to get a, I can just probably do a zoom up. I'll try to get, but like there's a key on the top. And it's alkalides, lanthanides, actinides, alkaline metals. You know, you can learn about a lot of it right now. You don't really need to know too much other than basically they start really light and get heavier and heavier and heavier. And the heavier atoms, the big, heavy, awkward atoms are much easier to split, basically. So if you look at the very bottom, you got uranium and plutonium. Yeah, U and Pu. There's neptunium in between and americium. Why don't they use the americamicium one? Yeah, that's even bigger explosion. Yeah. Oh, man. And yeah, I don't know how the fuck they named all of these ones. I've heard of thorium charges before, but I don't know if that, who knows. It could. I mean, yeah, hypothetically, thorium is 2 steps over from uranium. And yeah, like, most of these occur in nature, but not all of them. You've probably heard of people creating a particle in the lab in the last 2 seconds, and they're like, ooh, yeah. You know, some of these are like that, and we essentially try to see how close our guess was by, get the particle next to it and add 1 proton. And yeah, if you're wondering how they organize this list, it's actually, I know it looks complicated, and it is, but the foundation is very simple. If you look at the top left number in each square, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and you're thinking, okay, it's number 1, number 2. That's the number of protons. It says at the top, atomic number, whatever. That's how many protons are there. And that's how we categorize them, basically. And after you categorize them by 24 protons, 25 protons, 26, uranium is 92 protons, and plutonium is 94. So that's a lot of fucking protons. That's all I can say. I got a little bit more to say about this in a second, but yeah, just make sure I get it right the first time. Yeah, no, I don't want to get too sucked into quantum physics, which, as I've said before, it just means micro physics on the super small scale that we can barely even measure. We're just starting to be able to measure it now, which is why it's so mysterious. So, of course, right? Perfect hipster douchebag territory. Let him fall into the micro black hole there. And, yeah, so basically, once you get down to this level, we can measure down to the atomic level, but that's pretty much it. The subatomic level is where it gets weird. We barely know anything yet, so I don't want to get involved in that yet. So, but the point is we can still measure things on an atomic scale, right? So we can measure the energy E equals mc squared. I can explain that here because it's simple, right? And that will be the last part of it. Yeah, absolutely. Now that we're into the particles, yeah, right? The radioactive particles. Where better to explain E equals mc squared? Oh yeah, now, dude, can we just nuke everything? Hey, you can build all the nukes you want, and once you learn this. And yeah, this is the thing, I've said this so many times, I know some of you are like, oh my god, no, this is like the easiest thing ever, and that's why he's the smartest guy ever. We'll do E equals mc squared near the end of this part, just so I can give you, like, write out the actual equation for you. I know. Don't worry, you'll be pleasantly surprised when you can bust some straight up Einstein shit on the next person you talk to, and be like, what? And be like, yeah, just got back from university, like, oh yeah, straight up, do it. But yeah, first I'll just point out the radioactive particles. The thing is, they're all radioactive. And you might even get it by now, right? Radiation is all light, and all these things give off some could be 1 fucking photon, right? It's radiation, oh my god! Again, that's why you gotta draw these distinctions, draw the second line, if you're gonna go into a jihad, at least acknowledge that first, which is why I respect the Muslims, like, for it. Hey, you know what? It was it was not negligent, it was, well, I mean, less negligent, I should say, but they took on that negligence as a burden, instead of completely ignorant negligence. That is, like, you know what I mean? There is a bit of a difference. Whatever, that's complicated, I can't say they spoke for everyone else, but just, I don't know. Comparatively, I find that a step above the true negligence there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So basically, some are more radioactive than others. And, I don't know, take a guess. The big, heavy, awkward, unstable particles? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know, a good analogy I like to think of with this is, imagine a huge particle, like, it's hard to understand the difference in size. And okay, look, you can see on the thing at the top, it's got the fucking, you know, atomic number, name, symbol. The atomic weight, you'll notice, is slightly higher than the atomic number. So it's basically the combination of everything there. There's electrons in there. I don't know the exact weight of a fucking electron, but you know, so that should be the 0.008 extra weight. I could be wrong though. Maybe there's something else in there, some other fucking, you know, whatever. Get the fucking expert in on that one. The point is, as you climb up the ladder, 2 protons, you got, a weight of 4. So now you got 2 neutrons in there. Yeah, they don't tell you on here. I think I have seen ones where they show you the number of neutrons. But realistically, now that you know that, you can figure it out yourself because you're a fucking scientist and shit. Oh my god, man. Yeah, everyone else is like, where's the numbers? I'm trying to Google it. And be like, brah, it's 2 fucking neutrons. Yeah, now you're smarter than Google. Oh my god. You might be worried that you didn't pick it up fast enough, but I mean, you know, just let's check out a couple more. Like, I don't know, let's look at uranium. 92 protons, but the weight is 238. Yeah, uranium-238. What about uranium-235? What about uranium-235? Yeah, something about Area 51. Yeah. Yeah, it means there's more neutrons in there. It's big, it's even heavier, it's even bigger. And we'll show you soon with the E equals MC squared equation. The more mass involved, the more difference in mass, the more you can destroy, the bigger the boom is. So ideally, U-235 would have less neutrons. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Hey, you know, you make mistakes when you use your own mind, but you can always go back and say, oh shit, yeah, that was that. So on any of these, you look at the top number, and that's how many protons there are. The atomic weight is just, a proton is 1 atomic weight unit. It's like a pound or a gram, or that's just a unit of measurement they made for it. So the neutron is also approximately the same. It's slightly heavier, and I think what it is it's the combined weight of a proton and an electron smashed together, because it's neutral. It's not positive or negative, and it weighs slightly more than the proton. There might be more to it, but as far as I know, that's my best idea of it. So anyway, my point is, when you look at the number, I don't know, I'm trying to find a simple example. Yeah, I guess lithium, whatever, fuck. There's something small. No, it's something with nice, even numbers. Carbon. Oh yeah, that's why, oh yeah. You want to know why we're carbon-based, brah, and why we're not fucking silicon-based? If we were silicon-based, your blood would be full of sand, like silicon dioxide instead of carbon dioxide. Yeah, no, carbon and oxygen and nitrogen, ooh, nice, clean, round, easy numbers. Yeah, nature is weird like that. Yeah, I didn't, this wasn't in my notes. I mean, it seems like something I would have thought of before, but no, this is kind of a mild epiphany for me. I was literally looking for the easiest example. What's the nice, easy, clean, round number? Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. What are you made of, buddy? Hydrogen, oxygen, water, carbon, nitrogen. Yeah, that's, hydrogen's nice and easy. Yeah, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Yeah, this is crazy. Literal, man. Yeah, this is why I love this shit. Even me, oh my god, I just learned something crazy. It's stuff I already knew, but you piece it together. No, man, the universe is weird like that. And, convenience. Yeah, that's the easiest. Those are the most stable elements, you know what I mean? The least radioactive, the least likely to break down and, like, fuck up for no reason. The least likely to get cancer, yeah, right? Oh, man. Yep. So yeah, I mean, if you look at them, whatever, carbon, 6 protons, but it's a weight of 12. Oh, what's the difference? 6 neutrons. Oh, man, you're a fucking scientist now, no bullshit. Literally, like, how many people have bitched at you about something like this? And, you know what, I wouldn't mind if you knew this and could talk about it. The problem is, they can't actually talk about it, because they don't know anything about it, and I'm like, dude, oh man, you gotta come to my fucking jihad college, yeah. At least now you might understand why some of this shit frustrates me so much, right? It's like, oh my god, man. It's like listening to a duck, like, anyway. Yeah, you've heard it. I'm sure you've heard it. Anyway. Yeah, so these are very, stable particles, and nice and even, fucking 6 and 6, blah. You get down to the uranium and the plutonium, and you're probably like, oh, they make the plutonium out of the uranium, and yeah, they do, and I couldn't find the neptunium, and, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and oh my god, it's like planets, and Jesus Christ, man, don't get lost. Prometheus, oh Jesus, yeah. Sadabudabin, oh yeah, right? You don't need to remember all these names. I don't think even a chemist does. Like, that might be like a bragging right amongst them. Like, list the periodic table, and they like have competitions when they're wasted. But yeah, no, I don't think that's mandatory. The point is, you just have to know how to use it, how to read it. Like, how many protons, how many neutrons. Yeah, that's what you need to know. You can carry a piece of paper around if you're a scientist, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the reason we use uranium, and yes, we do make plutonium out of it, but yeah, the reason it starts with uranium is because there's a lot of it around, or there's an abundance of it. Not too much, but it's the one we can easily find naturally in nature. You can find it in like iron ore deposits and stuff. And I'm pretty sure when people started finding it, they didn't know what it was. Because this is the thing, you're thinking of glowing, wouldn't they notice these big glowing bars? Yeah, they probably would. That's not fucking right. Oh man, no, uranium ore looks like ore. It looks like coal or fucking steel, like iron ore. It's just big chunks of rocks, and maybe some of them have a slight glisten to them, like, ooh, you know, like quartz crystal or something. But yeah, no, it's not a fucking green, glowing green with a green. There's a lot more to it than green. In fact, there's a lot more, everything but green. Because green is in the middle of our visual spectrum, which is about as far from outside of our right? Come on, someone got that. Green is right in the middle. That's why all the plants are green. Yeah, I'm just trying to sweep the bullshit aside as we go. So yeah, uranium ore on its own is it's an ore. It's kind of like a lead. I don't know. I'm trying to find lead on here. It's near gold. I mean, lead is not as dangerous, but it's another one of those things. It's a heavy element. Yeah, up here, it's below the carbon, actually. Go up to carbon and go down the list, you'll find lead. Now, there's a very big, large, heavy, awkward, unstable version, and again, it's something we find in nature. And yeah, the lead's dangerous because it's so unstable. It breaks down at an atomic level, or, you know, pieces of it, like, fracture apart, basically. And it's not so much you get cancer or radiation poisoning from it, just garbage particles. And yeah, I know that might sound weird, and sure enough, fear of the unknown, whatever. Yeah, no, it's not a good thing. Whatever, I'll walk into the fucking radiation machine and turn into Superman. Yeah, no, man. That's what I mean. There's so much more to it. Don't think of it as like, oh, here, put me, you know, here's my money, please give me what I paid for. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's just an example of, yeah, I'm sure you've seen, like, lead pipes before or something. It just looks like a piece of metal. It looks like steel, kind of, but dull. Yeah, so uranium ore. And the thing is, they have to refine the uranium ore into a, you know, refined uranium. You can't just blow up a chunk of uranium ore, although some of the first nuke designs were almost that. They just, you know, very rudimentarily refined the uranium as much as they could into, I don't know how, into a fucking rock tumbler. I mean, that's why nerds like rock tumblers. I don't fucking know. And then literally did a giant ball of dynamite or fucking, you know, demolition explosives around it to compress the atoms together. And sure enough, a few of them cracked apart and blew up. But no, we found a way to make it a much bigger boom with plutonium, because you can create a chain reaction. Yeah, it gets a little complicated, but like, this is pretty much all you need to know to understand this. And yeah, we're almost there. Alright, so it's hard to pinpoint, like, when do particles start getting too heavy? Yeah, when does it cross the line, right? Yeah, again, nature's weird. I'm looking at gold, and I've talked about gold before. It's, you know, it's got a good shelf life. Your gold coins will fucking, they don't rust. They'll maintain their luster, their shine. It's not, you know, we use it, it's a good conductor for computer components, whatever. And then next to it is mercury. Mercury's a fucking weirdo. It's a liquid metal. Yeah, right? And then next to it, oh, lead and all these weird, unstable, fucked up radioactive particles? Yeah. Isn't that weird? I know, right? Gold is like the fucking, the most stable, amazing, not the most, you know what I mean? That's the end of the line for stability. Mercury is caught in between that and fucking the world of atomic particles. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a liquid metal. And, you know, yeah, and where, you know, sleaze under here. That's the nature's best answer. That's the universe's best answer to joining those two things together was Mercury. Yeah, I just figured that out too, man. Fucking awesome. Anyway, yeah, this is, you know, somewhat related to the whole fucking microphysics. Oh my god, what's the buzzword for? I forgot the buzzword. Fucking for microphysics. What the fuck, man? The quantum physics. Yeah, right. Somewhat related to quantum physics. Basically, they're trying to figure out why, like, deeper into, you know, more numbers. But we measure the effects on this scale, right? So on this scale, the protons and atoms, the basic, you know, building blocks we can measure. the way the orbits work, like, you know, fucking positive negative charges, but, you know, that's simple enough for most people to understand. If they attract each other and repel each other, they'll give away not neutrons, fucking electrons to attach to other protons to try. That's, you know, that's chemistry or whatever is, you know, when you make something like water or fucking carbon dioxide, the electrons are linking together almost like little hooks or chains, and they latch onto the other proton to get the positive negative charge, and some are much more stable than others. Something like water is a very strange molecule. That's what a molecule is. A molecule is a collection of atoms. These are atoms. They're all atoms. I could make an atom bomb out of any of these. I'm getting to there. Literally, I could make an atom bomb out of hydrogen bombs. Oh my god, right? Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, if you don't know these things and you think, oh, I put an end to all the nukes. Okay, Grandpa, yeah, I'll go take a nap and I'll go build me a different big motherfucking bomb. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter what the fuck I call it. Eventually, I'm gonna give up on names and just call it a big motherfucking bomb. Anyway, the point is, as the atoms get bigger and more unstable, the distance from the center of the atom. I don't know, you might even have a sense of this. Imagine trying to build a bigger atoms, and yeah, it's, oh my god, this part's kind of falling off here, you know, and you're wondering, like, which direction is it gonna fall? Are you a gas? Are you a liquid metal? Yeah, you're getting smarter, man, as long as you're trying, as long as you actually want to know the things, and not just the answers. You make the fucking answers by figuring things out. You've already seen me do it twice since I got here. And yeah, the example I like to use, or that I've thought, this is the best way for my brain to picture, you know, atomic activity. Some scientists have fought over, you know, what does an atom really look like? We have electron microscopes, but when you get down to that level, it's hard to tell what you're seeing. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll show you like one fucking pixel of a cover of a movie. You tell, what movie was that, bro? Right? Yeah, right. Anyway. And then, of course, there's like 100 people outside destroying your office because of some conspiracy. Anyway, yeah, no, the way I picture it is hydrogen, or a proton. Hydrogen is basically just a proton with an electron attached to it. But, or two... No, it depends. It can have, oh yeah, of course, it could have one or not. Sorry, oh my god, I know, right? Sorry, I'm not a professor. No, on the small scale, like as you get the smaller atoms are generally more stable, and it gets, you know, more complicated as you go down the list, of course. Hydrogen, yeah, it's a proton, one single proton, and it may or may not have an electron attached to it. So if it doesn't have an electron attached to it, it is just one little fucking proton, and that's about as small as we can measure accurately with any consistency. Any smaller and you're in the quantum fucking realm. Start building me a quantum microscope. But until then, yeah, I picture the proton, the hydrogen atom, whatever, as the fucking, it's a bouncy ball. It's a little rubber bouncy ball. You can fucking whip that thing all over anywhere and it'll just keep fucking bouncing around. And basically, they never stop moving. It's, we don't know how to make them stop moving. When things get colder, they slow down. You gotta, like, you can freeze a liquid into a solid. Yeah, right. You can make it hotter until it steams into a gas. The hotter it is, the more it moves around. And yeah, we've tried freezing helium. I saw an interesting documentary about the race to, you know, the coldest fluid, basically. And they were doing liquid nitrogen, I'm sure you've heard about, liquid helium and liquid hydrogen. I think they got liquid hydrogen. Yeah, we have liquid hydrogen. And liquid I don't know if we have liquid helium, though. That was the hardest one, I remember. I think that was the hardest one. We may have it now, but I'm not sure if it's worth manufacturing, right? It's like, it was really hard, basically, and it might not be that much colder than the liquid hydrogen or liquid nitrogen. And as a random side note, I'm pretty sure one of the mad scientists working on this literally blew up his whole office. Yeah, right? Because some of this shit's flammable. Liquid hydrogen, yeah, that's like rocket fuel, jet fuel. So yes, a mad scientist literally blew up his whole fucking, almost blew up his whole office building in 9/11, motherfuckers, with jet fuel, rocket fuel, right? As they were trying to discover it. It was a smaller scale, but you know, you link things together. Anyway, that's how much effort it took to turn these gases into liquids. Now you gotta turn it into a solid to make it stop moving. Oh man, that's even colder. And then once it's a solid, you know, the particles are still vibrating a little bit. Yeah, no man, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's 100 bouncy balls flying around and I want you to cram them all into a perfect square. Oh my god, man, no, it ain't happening. So, you need glue, yeah, electrons to hook them together, something like that. just to make things more difficult in that, you know, test of freezing that shit, as you try to cram that shit together into a cube, well, they're gonna start vibrating together and creating friction and more heat. Yeah, you're trying to cool them down, right? So the more you cool them down, the hotter they're gonna get. Oh, yeah, right? Okay, hipster douchebag had another heart attack. Awesome. And yeah, well, guess what? We, as scientists, we have just stumbled into quite the mystery of science, have we not? Is this not very interesting? Much more interesting than fucking dildo battles on the internet. Like, come on. Yeah, spoilers, I don't fucking know, man. This is called thermodynamics, and there's some hardcore nerds who go to fucking university for 8 years to learn this shit. And fucking Einstein and Niels Bohr spent like 5 years doing an epic rap battle of history over this shit. God damn if you expect me to know more about this, right? So, no, man. All I know is basically what I've told you so far, and that's as far as I can imagine on the smallest scale, like just the proton. Yeah, as you can imagine, trying to split that atom, yeah, ain't gonna be easy, and a hydrogen bomb ain't technically a nuke, because you're not splitting the atom, you're just, you use, oh my god, man. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to make a big motherfucking bomb, that's kind of half the point here. But we still gotta get dip, dive, dodge into the tactical nukes here, because yeah, I don't want no one fucking pissing about the radiation after this. You better know what radiation is after this. That bitch is radiant, stay the fuck away from her, she's gonna give you cancer. So yeah, I mean, on the other end of the scale, the heavy, fucking unstable, crazy-ass, nuclear-ass particles, they're all nuclear. The nucleus. Oh, man. I don't know, sorry. Anyway, yeah, the big unstable particles, once you get a certain distance away from the nucleus, the center, the core of that atom, this is the thing, it's like gravity, but it has different quantities to it, so I don't know, this is the whole fucking, this is where you get into the fucking black hole, wormhole of quantum physics, so I'm trying to, as far as this is, again, how my brain perceives it, alright? If you're smarter than fucking some guy, that's awesome, I really appreciate that if you actually are, so, I mean, sorry, whatever, say whatever you can about it. So yeah, you know, gravity, the further away you get, the less you feel it, right? You gotta get closer to the planet, and oh my god, then you fucking fall into it, right? Otherwise everything would fall, you know, whatever, yeah, I know. It reaches far out, it just gets weaker and weaker the farther away you get. And it seems to be like that with these rotations of these, you know, atom particles and fucking electrons, but it's also more based on electric charge, positive, negatives, and like I said, the quantity is different. It's not the same amount, basically. The distance values are different, so you gotta, you know, get a different equation, different calculators, and they're still working on every fucking size and particle, right? All I'm saying is you get to a certain point where you're too far outside the gravity field, you know what I mean? You're floating away now, yeah. You gotta be close enough to be inside the orbit and the gravity field. So that's basically what I think of as the particles get too big. You get to a point where the electron's way on the outside, or like, they're sorry, we're lost in space, dude. It's like, is Pluto even a planet anymore? Yeah, is it a fight, right? Yeah, we don't even know what to call it anymore. It's the same thing it always was, man. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's part of it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, you probably have a good intuition about it yourself by now. I just mean, yeah, on one level, there's the protons and neutrons, the cluster, the nucleus of the atom in the middle, and then I'm also thinking of the electrons flying around the outside. Both of these things are unstable. The electrons are gonna fly out of orbit easily, and then sorry. Alcoholism. No, just fuck off. But yes, the nucleus of fucking hundreds of particles, literally. This thing is hundreds of bouncy balls, 238 fucking bouncy balls, glued together, pasted together with fucking caulking gun, whatever the fuck you have in your garage, literally. Duct tape it together with caulking, anything to, oh, a piece fell out, yeah, oh, there's some radiation, right? That's basically it, like, trying to handle this shit, and that's how unstable it is. Like, trying to duct tape those fucking hundreds of bouncy balls into a something, anything that holds together. Yeah, compared to one bouncy ball, or, you know, 12 of them nice and bolted together, I don't know, if anything. If it's a nice even number, it's easier to do. So yeah, as you can imagine, Splitting that atom should be pretty easy to split that atom open, right? Imagine you successfully did duct tape all 238 bouncy balls together, and then I came along and kicked it, and it fucking, all the bouncy balls scatter everywhere. That's even exaggerated, because when it happens, it's not even that much of a shatter. If it was, there'd be an even bigger explosion, almost. Yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, you probably have a good idea by now. Yeah, kicking open your stupid fucking bouncy ball duct tape disaster is a lot easier than splitting one of those bouncy balls open. I would need to, like, stop it and then stab it with a knife. Yeah, we can't stop them, right? Yeah, that only makes them hotter. You know, one of you might be thinking, clever, you know, what if you just got the one hydrogen, just the one proton, so it couldn't rub against any other protons? Alright, brah, I want you to go out there and I want you to find me a proton. Alright, brah? Yeah, one proton, alright? Yeah, isolate it. I need you to prove it's an isolated proton with nothing else in there. It's possible, but my god, man, yeah. I appreciate the idea, but yeah, no, you just gotta realize that those ideas need much more work to them. Nothing is ever that convenient. So yes, hopefully yeah, if you understand that, that's great, or just I appreciate it even. To demand a proton. Yeah, right? It's like, what goes conspiracy? As if the government couldn't do one proton. Yeah, just doing protons. We just punch them. Yeah, what? Fucking hell, man. Every time you punch something, you punch billions of protons. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking, my brain is gonna split open soon. Okay, sorry. Anyway. Yeah, uranium. We can fucking find it in the naturally in mines. We can refine it down into fucking uranium and plutonium. I'll explain the chain reaction thing soon. That's kind of toward the end here. Ooh, yeah, I know. You're like a crazy scientist now, actually. Just don't turn into meat. No. Oh, man. And yeah, that giant fucking particle is pretty damn easy to split open once you get to that, you know, like I said, the first nukes we made were literally just balls of TNT crammed around that refined uranium from the rock tumblers, or whatever the fuck they used. And yeah, those particles are so unstable that me kicking your stupid bouncy ball thing blew them up. And those are the ones that hit Japan, was basically me. Yeah, that's what hit Japan. Before we move forward, I think it's very possible, like, I call it a caveman nuke, because literally a medieval person could build this thing if they knew how, you know what I mean? They didn't know what uranium was, they had no reason, I mean, you know, oh, the guy Buddy died yesterday, he had 100 reasons that could have happened. Did he have fucking malaria? Like, yeah, you don't know, right? But, yeah, like, you know, explosives, man, fucking, we've had them for a long time, we've had them for centuries. They basically could have built nukes during the Crusades if they knew how, but they didn't, so you know what, yeah, knowledge. I mean, maybe I shouldn't teach you guys how to build big motherfucking bombs. I don't know, man, I just feel like no one saying nothing is a bad idea, too. That can't be the answer, right? Everyone just shut up until we die. Oh, fuck, man. No, I'm taking this route. Alright, let's learn how to make more big motherfucking bombs. The biggest motherfucking bombs with the smallest motherfucking particles. Yeah, we're getting there. Just in case some hipster douchebag gets the bright idea to, well, let's get rid of all the uranium. Like, from the planet? Clean up the planet, get rid of the uranium? Well, I was suggesting that with the Agent Orange, but yeah, the uranium, huh? Brah. I told you it was a natural part of Earth's biosphere, right? Just because you don't like it, or it's not convenient, it's not pleasant for you, for your foot spa somewhere. It's part of fucking Earth's geo-activity, geology. Ask Randy from South Park, he's a geologist. Yeah, the volcanoes and the liquid core with the, you know, the radiation shield that protects us from the gamma rays that'll give you cancer. Yeah, oh my god, taking it away could give you cancer, right? The clown men, and not the funny kind. Yeah, we're just about done with this, actually. You basically know, you could probably go build a fucking caveman nuke by now. You just need to know what uranium looks like. Pretty much. Oh my god, man. Hey. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's finish off with plutonium. Fucking whatever, and then we can fucking, you can learn an Einstein equation, and god damn it, dude, holy fucking, did you just come back from university, brah? Oh, brah. Fucking any country you could think of, almost. The Einstein equation is simpler than this part, actually. The chain reaction with the plutonium. Yeah, this is a little more advanced, I think, in my mind at least. So yeah, I'll try to explain it as best I can. It's just I want to cap off with the Einstein part, not just so I can show you the equation, but because it ties it all together, because what that does is it shows you how to measure how much plutonium, how much are we using, how big is this nuke gonna be? Oh, it's all the same, nuke's a nuke. No, that little equation, that's how you'll know exactly how big to make your tactical nuke, right? Yeah, exactly. And see, even without these guys, someone probably would have figured out how to build a caveman nuke eventually, and if no one knew anything about particles, oh my god, man. Fucking God knocked on our door and he's pissed off. And of course, once we finish this part, I can finally explain the whole nuclear fallout, radioactive particles from the nukes thing, and you will actually understand it instead of whack, fucking floppy dildo on your face. Yeah, exactly. You can click off of that shit. I'm not arguing that this isn't bad, I'm trying to place it on my ladder, right? The scale ranking of things I hope to never do in my life, such as gluing pubic hair to my face. Yeah, that's actually close to the I'm likely to do that at some point in my life, just to avoid doing something like this. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway, as you can probably guess by now, when we went from caveman nukes to plutonium fucking chain reaction ICBM fucking boomer sub warhead division, yeah, the Sarbomba fucking, that one nuke in the video, I'll try to find a picture, I guess, or whatever, the scary one, yeah, I know, the one, and the fucking red horizon, the atmosphere is like peeling open, yeah, no, that's what happens when you don't know E equals MC squared, or I don't know, maybe they did, maybe it was like, fuck it, more, yeah, I wouldn't doubt they said make it as big as fucking possible, and that's the one that could have fucking, not blew up the planet, but caused irreparable damage. That could have been the fucking meteor that killed the dinosaurs kind of thing, right? So yeah, it's important to keep this in mind, whether we build it or not, or whether it's just for nuclear power. And you know what? I'll even do a segment on managing nuclear waste, because yeah, I think nuclear waste is a pretty big problem too, along with the fucking Agent Orange. It's just the Agent Orange is worse, there's just less of it. That's like an example of how bad it can get. The plutonium, it's I shouldn't say it's, like I said, there's just a lot more of it. It's, quantity versus hardcore quality-ishness. Most of that waste comes from nuclear power, not from nuclear weapons. I mean, disposal of nuclear weapons. Yeah, exactly, ironically, right? So no, with a small, efficient tactical nuclear warhead division, fucking sir, yeah, this is the minimum, least casualties, least fucking radiation, least everything. Is that not good enough for you people? Well, stop the war! You stop the war, bitch! You go beat up the Nazis with a floppy dildo. I'm gonna keep working on my tactical nuclear division. Fucking shitbra's already learning in the dude, you gotta learn parabolas. That's like graphing. So yeah, no, you gotta learn this shit, man. Sorry. So, yeah, I mean... I guess I'm probably not capable of giving you every possible detail about this, but I think I can explain it in terms of bouncy balls and whatever you have in your garage. Oh, man. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's weird to think that we create this stuff, and it's on the natural periodic table of elements. The thing is, remember, this is just us measuring what's around us. And I mean, look at the number of protons, right? Uranium, 92 protons. Plutonium, 94. All that means is it has 94 protons. So whether it existed or not in the universe, it now exists in the universe. We have these empty slots for the Ringwraith Nazgul guys. We could make that, but it only lasts a split second. Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't know. Try not to get too bogged down in, like, thinking like, oh, you can't, replace that. It's like, almost like playing God, but it's like, I'm playing God's game almost, right? I'm not trying to replace plutonium. It's like, it's there. It was already there to begin with, right? It wasn't put together yet. Just like everything on the periodic table, right? You think the universe started with all this shit? Started with fucking protons, motherfucker. Yeah, all the little bouncy balls. Someone's gotta fucking tape all that shit together. That's what gravity's for. It's the big vacuum. Oh, man, see, this is how I can explain this shit to people. Anyway, yeah. So the plutonium chain reaction shit, basically, with the caveman nuke, you only get one explosion. Yeah, right? Yeah, you can get more nuclear explosions in a nuclear explosion than you've seen in a nuclear nuke. Fucking big motherfucking bomb. You wanna see it? No. Here, okay. This is the thing. Again, it doesn't have to be that big. You can fine-tune the quantity, and I think with plutonium, it's even easier to do that because, yeah, like with the chain reaction, with the caveman nuke, it's harder to judge down to that fine quantity, right? Because again, it's like you're using a bunch of fucking TNT to smash rocks together. How do you can't fine tune that? Unfortunately, you need the plutonium chain reaction to get that fine tuned tactical nuke that's just enough to blow up Crazy Man's fortress without even right with such little radiation. It's probably less than the X-rays you got in the 60s. So yeah, I mean, like I said with the caveman nuke, it's you break the rocks apart and there's your whatever, there's your explosion. With the chain reaction, yeah, boom, 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 boom. That's why some of those fucking mushroom clouds, it's like they keep burning and they keep burning and they keep burning, right? And it's like, how long is this fucking thing gonna go? And that's what's going on. It's still burning. It's like a furnace in there, and it sucks up more heat. It's like a convex, right? Suction. That's why you get that big mushroom cloud. It keeps sucking and burning, and then the air suction makes it burn hotter. Yeah, you can almost picture like pumping air into a forge or something like that. And in a way, the sun is different. The sun uses nuclear fusion, not nuclear fission. Fission is breaking the particles down. Fusion is smashing them together into bigger particles. That's what the sun does, but you need a shitload of gravity to do that, right? The sun's big. But yeah, like it's still a nuclear explosion. It's just created by different means. It's the same energy coming out of it. So the sun, again, is an example of a nuclear explosion so big it's going to last billions of years. That's what that is, right? And the mushroom cloud from the Tsar Bomba is, a couple minutes? It's a little solar explosion, but it's created, again, from fission, not fusion, so it's not very sustainable. We are able to sustain it for a short period of time with this little chain reaction, and it's basically just... They have the numbers worked out so that there's always an extra neutron every time the particle breaks off. It's like it breaks in half and to two smaller particles, and there's a slight difference in mass, and that's where the energy comes from. And then most of them with this refined plutonium or whatever, yeah, you end up with one extra neutron, which is like the perfect catalyst for other atoms, right? They scatter off. It's like a pool, playing pool, and you fucking hit the balls and they scatter all over the table. Yeah, it's like a shitload of neutrons scatter all over with all your bouncy balls. Yeah, and they're more likely to collide and hit other balls, and then they explode and collide and hit other balls, and chain reaction, Tsar Bomba. Yeah, that's what that is. Tsar Bomba is like a crazy Russian man just dumping 8,000 pool balls onto the table and hitting it with a big sledgehammer. Anyway, that sounds like some crazy shit, and it is, I know, I think about it, and it's like, really, again, they're playing the odds. Because remember, it's not just one atom. I know, right? You split the atom, it'll be like a firecracker. You gotta split many atoms. Oh, man. Yeah, splitting many atoms. So, sorry, I know, right? Oh, man, yeah, fucking knowledge makes you go crazy, man. It's the frenzy shit from Bloodborne. Oh, yeah, it's not sedatives. Fucking, what's what the booze is for? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. All right, anyway, yes, it's more than just one atom, right? Of course. So... Yeah, no, even a very small amount is like millions of atoms, right? And like probably half of them won't get hit, you know what I mean? Not all of them are going to trigger like that, but enough of them will with that chain reaction. Oh, it's a 1 in a million chance. Yeah, but there's 5 million particles, so 5 of them should go off, and then maybe 5 more. Or yeah, now we're playing the odds, and we got the inside scoop, and oh, here come Vinny and Tony, run! And again, this is kind of what allows you to fine-tune the power of this tactical warhead. If it's such a slim chance, that's a big pool of numbers to work with. It's like, okay, don't put too much salt on there. 5,000 fucking particles might be a little too much, right? Yeah, that's quite a bit of salt on your eggs. Yeah, no, you can... increase the power by very small increments, or as opposed to the caveman nuke, which is, you think this rock is too big? I don't know, how pure is it? Yeah. So I don't know. It's like you're getting closer and closer to the insanity line in order to manage it. And I know that this is, oh man, it's temporary. That's all I can say. It's a temporary solution, but I think it's better than having a fucking shit ton of Tsar Bombas under the Eiffel Tower. Fucking en français, man, is gonna fucking slip and fall on the button one day, and that'll be it. Yeah, so I mean, fuck. You're basically a scientist now, and oh yeah, no, here's your scientist test of science. The E equals MC squared. Oh, how many hipster douchebags have flopped their dildo on this right in front of you in some meme or some bullshit something, and now you'll actually know what it means. You can be like, brah, you're a fucking dumbass. And they can Google it, and they can piss and moan about it, and you'll be like, yeah, I'll tell you the answer. Yes, it is amusing. Now then, time to learn crazy Einstein shit. Get ready. Remember when Einstein was wrong? No, man, no. I mean, you know what? He was wrong about something, and he was like, oh god, I'm a dumbass, but fucking, yeah, you know what? It takes some shit to be able to be like, oh fuck, I fucked that up. Doesn't mean this doesn't work. If you don't believe this doesn't work, I'll show you the biggest motherfucking bomb you've ever seen. Be bigger than the fucking sun. I guess I should clear this up, because whatever, younger people, ignorance, whatever, just in case everyone wants to blame Einstein for this. Come on, man. Come on. Like I said, eventually a caveman could build this fucking thing. You do not need any advanced tools. You need fire and stone. Brimstone from fucking hellfire. Oh my god, man. Literally. If I got stuck back in time, what would you do? Buddy, I'd build me some fucking caveman nukes, and oh my god, I'd draw the mushroom cloud on the wall and be like, oh god, check this out, guys. And I would become their god. This is the power of knowledge, right? Like, you don't necessarily need fancy tools to build a caveman nuke. You need a lot of fucking dynamite or something, right? Go talk to China. You guys have gunpowder, right? Yeah. How'd you like some nukes? Yeah, negotiate some shit. Yeah, right, I gotta go back in time and negotiate this. No, fuck that. Alright, so, oh yeah, Einstein, yeah, right. No, I just went straight up, and just in case anyone is thinking, oh man, you know, the folly of science, it's like, dude, he wasn't the only guy working on it. He was the guy who solved some other, you know, whatever, man. There's hundreds of scientists studying atomic, fields, quantum phase mechanics, and he's just like, you guys are fucking thinking way too hard about this. Check this out, there's 3 fucking letters and a number, and oh my god, it works. Yeah, and then he's like, yeah, okay, cool, bye. Gotta go hang out with my kid. Right? I'm sorry, you can't blame him for this. And you've probably heard the name Oppenheimer. It sounds even more German than Einstein. Yeah, no, he was the one who was, like, working on the project to build the caveman nuke. Yeah, you can blame him for inventing that. And I guess, sorry, before we do this, one more thing. If you're wondering why everyone doesn't just build caveman nukes now, well, you can't really get uranium anywhere. There's only a few places where it can be mined richly, Canada being one of them. Yeah, we supply the world with uranium for all their fucking nukes, so god damn it, people! Not all of it, but no, most of it comes from Canada. We sell it off like the sleazy Zon Consortium, sleazy grey middle marketing douche. Oh yeah, brah. Really, I mean, Canada could build its own caveman nukes secretly, and no one could ever possibly know, because it would never have to leave the border, right? Or, no traffic would be involved. It'd be like straight for, they could build the fucking facility right next to the mine and go straight down a shaft. They wouldn't even have to come above the surface. Even a Google satellite or a fucking spy plane wouldn't see it. Oh man, right? I'm just saying, right? But you're like, dude, you think go find it up in the Wolverine paddling wagon up north somewhere? Yeah, I know, man. Santa Claus couldn't find that shit. What I'm saying is, yeah, like I said, nukes are not the godlike end-all weapon of all weapons. They're just scary. Yeah, right? I get it. Any weapon can kill you, right? And it's, oh man. It's easy to get blinded and hypnotized by that, obviously. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, yeah, it's overwhelming. But, like, you have to realize the universe is overwhelming. You think that's crazy? Look at the sun. Yeah, right? Shit's everywhere. Like, once you realize that, it's less startling, I guess. So yeah, just clearing it up, Einstein did not invent nukes. He was working on particle field theory, doing epic rap battles of science with Niels Bohr, and then fucking Mr. Oppenheimer and some Manhattan Project guys, and we're like, dude, just get more fucking dynamite, bro. And yeah, boom, it works, yeah, straight up. Anyway, yeah, let's look at the equation then. What did Einstein decide about the energy and the mass and the speed of light squared, and how the fuck does the speed of light squared relate to this? It's time to learn some serious fucking witchcraft, man. You want to learn serious black magic, white magic, witchcraft? This is it. This is the real shit, and I'll teach you some of it. Alright, so, first we have to define the units in the equation. Right? No? Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Sorry. Yeah, no. The whole point of math here, or whatever, is what do you want? Like, yeah, what do you want the number to do for you? What are you trying to do? Trying to buy a big motherfucking bomb? Yeah, exactly. That's what we want, is a big motherfucking bomb. So, well, come on, give me, what do we get? Energy? Yeah, energy. God damn, you need energy for that shit, right? Alright. I don't know. I'm trying to be helpful here. It's just, yeah, this can help. I know this can seem like, I don't know, man. It's like a white noise thing to some people when the math starts. I know that, and I know you've probably had 1,000 shitty math teachers. If it helps, Einstein wasn't very good at math either, and that's why he did this, right? It's like, you don't have to be good at math. That's why it works so well. I don't know, I hope that helps, put you a bit closer to the driver's seat here, where you don't just feel like you're fucking tied up in the trunk. Or yeah, like a passenger instead of tied up in the trunk. Yeah, straight up. So, relatively speaking, whatever. So yeah, like, I know when you first look at it, you're just waiting for Scientist Man to explain it, and okay, there's the answer. No, man, come on, yeah, like, we covered it. You want a big motherfucking bomb, you need energy, right? If you want mass, you need mass. If you want the speed of light squared, oh my god, I don't even know what kind of fucking Illuminati alien you are. A lizard orgy on the way. Come to think of it, there was an episode of Star Trek Voyager where Tom Paris went faster than, like, infinite speed, right? And when he came back, he was a lizard man. That could very well be where your conspiracy came from, so maybe you should watch Star Trek Voyager. Anyway, yeah, so, energy equals the mass times the speed of the light squared. Alright, yeah, you probably heard that before, and now you might even have a little bit of an idea, right? I mean, this is something you probably could Google and figure out yourself if you wanted to. I don't know. Again, it depends on whether you actually want to or not. If you're looking for a conspiracy, whatever, man, go nuts. But if you just want to figure this out, the thing is, I know you're trying to be skeptical and don't believe what they tell you, but it's like, how do you judge who tells you what? You know what I mean? Like, do you have Gaydar, or like, I don't know, man. That one random sleazy mechanic who fixes your car, your cable guy, right, who watches your porno, right? I don't know, man. I'm not telling you, like, who to trust or whatever. I guess just, like, it's hard for me to understand sometimes. My point is, in any case, I would, go look for whatever, I guess, and judge for yourself whether it makes sense or not. So, if you read this equation in a, real science book, whatever, if you think it makes no sense, fair enough. I mean, whatever, maybe you'll figure out something else about it. Maybe you'll fucking crack quantum physics or some shit, right? Straight up, like, but that's the whole point. You have to want to, I don't know, find the truth instead of lies, basically. If you're looking for a conspiracy, you're looking for lies. So I don't know how else to say it. Look for the truth instead of a bunch of lies. And of course, has this been thoroughly tested? Yeah, Sarbamba, this shit has been thoroughly tested. So yeah, should we test it again to make sure? Come on, hipster douchebag. No, even he's not saying that. Not yet, right? He's got 100 more floppy dildos. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose them all, right? Show up to protest the testing of nuclear weapons and ask them if they've been properly tested first. It's what we're trying to do, bro. Yeah, okay, anyway. Right? That's why that's so stupid. It's like you're gonna end up going against whatever. Yeah, FBI didn't know his motive until I figured it out. So, yeah. I mean, unless we need to test more Sarbombas, let's just run through the equation, and then you can judge for yourself whether it makes sense or not. You know what? There could be another reason. There could be a different quantity involved, but you will never discover these things if all you're looking for is a dildo fight. So, yes. Let's do this properly. You want energy, right? Fucking right. Pretty sure we measure this in joules, kilojoules, billijoules, however many million, billion, zillion joules you need. So I'm trying to think. I'm literally, like, Here's the thing, I'm going to pull it all out of my head, and then when I'm done, I'm going to go through and see if I made, what doesn't line up, rather than the other way around, because then you're going to be covered in a mountain of shit and have nowhere to go. Joules is one way of measuring energy. I know, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Grandpa? Joules. It's spelt like some weird Latin, French, fucking Persian name. I don't even know, man. This guy's fucking, yeah, probably the guy who invented Tsar Bomba. Fucking up in the Kazakhstan somewhere. Borat's cousin. Yeah, now you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that probably didn't make anything less confusing. It's just some guy's name. I'm pretty sure Jules Verne, yeah, whoever the scientist who made it, right? Newtons is another one. Sir Isaac Newton has a measurement called newtons. And you're like, whoa, man, yeah, okay. I'm just pointing out the fact that, yeah, these wacky names, a lot of them are literally just people's names, so try not to let that throw you off. In a way, that might almost help some of you understand that, yes, these are just measurements that people come up with. It's like the atomic unit. It's like, well, what is it? It's how much a proton weighs compared to a proton. That's it. That's the only reference, because there's only one fucking proton, man. They're all the same. And neutron's a little bit different, so, oh, the neutron's a bit heavier. We can quantify the difference. And, oh, man, we're measuring shit now. And that's all that matters, is that we can communicate with the ideas, basically. That's really what it is. I'm working in my crazy particle lab and fucking, oh my god, dude, fucking Tsar Bomba, what the fuck are you talking about? I need to be able to communicate this idea to someone else, and if I can't, we'll never pass on any knowledge to anyone. So yeah, how do I quantify anything, right? It's like, how many apples? Don't worry, there's enough for me. How many? It's a lot, don't worry. Yeah, give me a fucking number. Yeah, right? Even a fucking guess. Or compare it to something, a basket, yeah, right, anything, units, you got it, that's one unit, one basket. And yeah, your basket might be bigger than my basket, I might have 2 baskets, and you might have 1 basket. Yeah, you know, that's your basket, and then this is my that's your mile, this is my kilometer. Yeah, that's all that is, that's all that is. I could rip this thing open and make 2 baskets, but it's a lot less convenient now, and the shit's falling all over the place. You want to make it just the right size, not too heavy, not too light, not too weak, not too strong. Just that right, perfect, fucking tactical basket division. Yeah, right? You got it. Some of you are like, oh my god, this crazy man's just rambling about baskets. Like, you could have just told me the answer. Yeah, I could have just fucking rambled on about particle nonsense, and yeah, oh, I learned. Did you learn anything? Do you remember anything? You're gonna start going, yeah, Higgs boson. Yeah, I heard that word before. Oh man, the goddamn particle. Oh, we can't call it that. A god particle? Yeah, no, there's already scientists trying to, like, fucking stop that shit. And fucking dark energy, Darth Vader. Your lack of science disturbs me. See, if I was Darth Vader, I'd just design all the uniforms to have like a metal thing inside the collar, and then I could have a magnet on my glove. Yeah, so I could actually strangle people with the Force. They wouldn't even know what's happening. They'd actually think I had it. And I'd say your lack of science disturbs me, and it would make more sense, right? No, he wanted to, but you know, the Palpatine. Particle regulate fucking quantum joules of energy from the mass particle now the mass of the particle is fucking, oh my god, and multiplied by the quantity of the speed of light squared. Fucking, here's my you know what I mean? You know what, it's not wrong, but I doubt you would remember or be able to use that knowledge very well. If you could, you would have already been in university, right? You're here because you didn't pass this course in high school, I assume. I'm sorry. Or maybe you went to high school back when fucking we're building caveman nukes. Sorry, literally, that's what those were. So no, I meant whatever. I'm not trying, you know. Oh god, man. Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't know. I mean, that's, you know, I don't want to, like I said, it's not wrong information. I'm not even saying you need to be smart to get that. I'm just, whatever. Everyone does it differently. The thing is, yeah, like, some of it you would need to know just some terminology. It's just, to me, that's the kind of thing where hipster douchebag is going to walk away saying, oh, they proved that there's quantum particles. Yeah, bruh, I fucking hope there's some quantum particles or we're fucked. Everything everywhere is all quantum particles, right? Yeah, look, I found some quantum particles, man. It's fucking cigarettes. I don't know anything. My weed, fucking all of this booze. I hope there's some quantum particles in there. I got ripped off. Quantum is just another scale. It's just another, like, measurement, basically. It just means really small, motherfucking small is what that means. As small as we can possibly get. Beyond the fucking electron microscope. Even the electron microscope can't see in there. The only way we're able to see, quote-unquote, see it, is to see its footprint, its shadow, its, yeah, leftover urine on the wall. Yeah, we don't see it. We see its aftermath. We see the effects it has on other little particles, and that's currently how we're measuring them, so that's why it's a big fucking rabbit hole mystery full of floppy dildos. Alright, so You want some energy, huh? Really? It doesn't matter how you measure. You can make up your own unit of measurement. Fucking kaboblin, whatever. How much is it? It could be a candle's worth. Yeah, if you burned one candle, that could be a kaboblin worth of energy. You could capture it in a pot of water. Boil water with candles on a pot. How many candles does it take to boil that pot of water? That could be a kablooba goblin. Yeah, literally, you could make fucking units of measurement. Maybe give them better names so you can fucking remember them, but yeah, you know what I mean? I might be wrong about this. I don't feel like getting sucked into a Google hole right now. I can check it after maybe. I'm pretty sure the word lumen, I don't know if you've heard, how many lumens is that light? I think a candle is a lumen, because pretty much every candle burns the same, because, you know, they're all wax, right? Unless you have a completely, you know, Roman candle, that's a little different. Yeah, no, if it's a wax candle, they all burn pretty much the same, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, like lumens of light on, like, fucking fancy light, only the fancy light bulbs, yeah, on the cheap light bulbs are watts, yeah, that's for your shitty, like, cheap family. No, if you care about your family, you get the lumens. Oh my god, man. You know what? These psychological weird mind games going on in the marketing department. Don't fucking doubt it. Keeping up with the Joneses. And really, I think watts is a better way to measure for most people, because that's your energy usage. Like, how much electricity are you... Rich people don't give a fuck. They're like, I want to know how many lumens it is. Oh my god, man. Seriously, like, yeah, don't let that shit suck you in. You're better off with the watts anyway. You know, the little socket that you screw the light bulb into, it says watts, but it doesn't say lumens. Yeah, no, you see, if you're a rich asshole, you get someone else to do it, and make sure if he doesn't do it right, you hire someone else. You don't even have to know anything. Yeah. Oh, the glass ceiling, you know, you'll never have those lumen light bulbs. Yeah, I know you're going to be using those watt light bulbs for the rest of your life. God, I'm sorry. I hope you get it by now. Alright, so... No, but here's the thing, you're gonna get this. Yeah, you're already getting it. Let's fucking talk. You're like, okay, the mass, how do you fucking measure it? Yeah, how do you measure the mass? Oh, and the speed of light squared is the easiest part. Sorry, really, I should say mass and the speed of light squared. That half of the equation is fairly simple. Starting with energy was probably the wrong place to start. I'm sorry. E equals mc squared. You notice how that's the opposite? When you were in school doing math, it's like something plus something equals something. Yeah, that equation is backwards. The E should be at the end, right? It should be mc squared equals E. Yeah, right? That's how you would have written this in school. Now you're like, oh my god, they taught me everything wrong. Oh, bruh. Fucking, let's make some big motherfucking bombs. I just need a bunch of TNT, right? You don't even have to fucking ooga. Well, yeah, we'll get to there. The thing is, neither method is wrong. I could put the E on either end as long as it's outside of that equals sign, right? Putting it at the end or the beginning is equally correct. Yeah, which is the right answer, right? Oh man, yeah, no, I've bitched about the education system. I do want to fucking tear them a strip soon, one of these days. You know, who do you blame though, right? Fucking the Miss Crazy Minister from 50 years, died 50 years ago. I don't know who the fuck to blame for that. There must be an education minister. I can go pimp slap him one morning at the coffee shop. Just straight up, bro, like what the fuck, and hopefully he says something. You know, I'll even take the assault charge if he actually does something, like good. I mean, you know, in school, they were like, you know, what's the answer? Yeah, it's when you grow up, lad, you're not going to be looking for answers anymore. You're going to be looking for the menu, bud. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's, I hate to say, a simplistic way of putting it. When people want the answer, sorry, you sound like you're in school waiting for the answer. And yeah, I know, it's partially the school's fault for never explaining this to you. Right here, we're looking for solutions to each of those variables. Each one needs a solution, right? And, okay, I've got to answer all of the equation. You're like, okay, whoa, man, whoa, yeah. The speed of light squared? You want to know why that's the easiest part? Because it's always the same. It never changes. You don't have to do shit. There's a number there. It's done. That's the number. It's the fucking 300 million meters per second times itself is some bajillion. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I can use the little calculator here to do it. And yeah, I could imagine someone jumping in before saying, that doesn't make sense. The speed of light squared is obviously way more complicated than just measuring, like, weight or, like, heat. It's like, yeah, you know, assuming big, crazy things are complicated, you could have stopped and tried to figure out what it was before you assumed it was, you know what I mean? I understand, like, if it's too complicated, trust me. You get what I mean. This is hipster douchebag. It's like, you're smart enough, dude. If of all people, you already had the capacity to do this. but you fucking, again, looking for a conspiracy. It's like you're looking in all the wrong places first. By the time, it's always in the last place you look. Yeah, at this rate, you're gonna be fucking dead before you find the first thing you're looking for. Because really, this is kind of like the caveman nuke. You see, once you know how to build it, ooga! Like, literally, a caveman can build it, they just didn't know how. The speed of light squared, light... Remember light? Yeah, good old light. Good old radiant fucking cancer bitch. Oh yeah, bruh. Thing is, it's the most fundamental thing in the fucking universe that we know of. Among that, there's a few very fundamental, like, rules of fucking laws of physics. My god, yeah, laws of physics. I hope you know what that means by now. It's our best fucking effort to investigate these laws. Like I said, we don't write these laws, we write definitions. This is like a fucking FBI trying to follow fucking hipster douchebag demon lawyer serial killer through the galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, man. I don't know how else to explain this. I know a lot of you get it, but some people are very uptight about that. It's like, yeah, you know, how do you know, basically? And it's like, Sarbamba, must we test it? And I know how that sounds, but like, you know, when people ask for evidence, it's hard to ignore that one. And I guess all I'm saying is, you know, at least hear out this. I know you're like, well, you could have told me, yeah, but you wouldn't have, right in one ear and out the other and on to the next Higgs boson fucking lizard orgy. No, we are here to find solutions for whatever the fuck we want. We're not here to make someone else satisfied with an answer. Because realistically, an answer, I need to know, this is the opposite. It's like, you need, what do you want from this equation? How much energy do you want, right? Yeah, you need to give it the answer that you want. You're probably starting to get it. That extra step, like filling in the whole equation, and you're like, well, what do I do? What do I do? Build a Sarabamba, and, yeah, wait a just, right? Yeah, that's, I don't know. I know, and trust me, it took a long time to fully wrap my mind around some of this stuff. I didn't really click with all of it until later on. Like, I'm not blaming you if you don't get it right away, just, all I'm saying is don't let it overwhelm you. I know, it's like, oh my god, math and science, and there's a giant explosion. Oh, I'm alright, yeah, fucking crazy. And again, it's just like... I guess if you want to, like I said, if you want to be neutral and not deal with it, it is okay. I don't expect everyone to do this. And really, if that's your thing, again, it's probably better to not crowd, right? If you know, like you are in your heart, like, yeah, no, sorry, I got other shit I could do. Then, yeah, and then you're not taking up space. I hate to put it that way, but yes, you can acknowledge that. It's better than hipster douchebag. He's like, no, yeah, right? That's the worst case scenario. But even someone who's not sure could change, right? And yeah, like, there's stages of annoyance, right? I can deal with, I was sorry I can't deal with this. Fair enough. There's some shit I can't deal with either, right? That is fully acceptable. It's just when you start flip-flopping on the hipster douchebag bullshit. And I mean, yeah, the Demon Lord Sovereign version, he follows me everywhere, throwing floppy dildos around. You guys, because the smarter you get, right? Yeah, I've gotten so smart that the Demon Lord version is following me now. He needs to make sure half of what I say sounds like bullshit. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a joke. All right. Yeah, so do you get it now? Like, there is no answer until you tell me what answer you need, and then we can figure out how much fucking uranium to put in the Sarbamba, and yeah, we're finding, yeah, you're using a tool to make a thing. You're not giving an answer to a teacher so that they'll put a check mark on a piece of paper. And I'm not saying that never works, but you gotta follow through with that shit and do the whole wax on, wax off thing with the Dojo Master and the Karate Kid. You know what I'm talking about. Not the new one. Okay. So yeah, I mean, really, to give you the simplified Google answer or whatever, yeah, it's when you split those atoms open, you know, some of the mass goes missing, or there's a difference in mass after the atom splits open, or atoms, many millions of atoms, yes, not just one atom, could use any of the atoms on the periodic table of atoms. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, you know what I'm talking about, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's important to know things. So if it's depending on what you yeah, right. You got to know things about things you do. I got to know things about fucking big motherfucking bombs. I guess, you know, I think about the shit. All right, yeah. And yeah, I think some of you might even get it by now. It's just like, okay, let's follow through with it. Yeah, a certain amount of that plutonium or uranium or whatever will create a certain amount of energy. And that's fucking all there is to it, really. Well, what is energy? Light. Light is energy. Yeah, heat? Heat is infrared light. Yeah, electricity, electromagnetic spectrum is light. Light. Ones and zeros, fucking speed of light, speed of nothing. God damn it, prove me wrong. I should say that is sort of my own personal theory. When I say theory, it is based on everything I know about this so far. Yes, of course, you can energy is just a measuring stick, basically. But it's like it always... oh my god, right? It's like, it's just how we measure stuff moving around, whether it's electricity or fucking particles or, yeah, like radiation, whatever. But remember, a lot of this stuff is light. Radiation is light. And yeah, heat is transferred through light. And fucking, yeah, electricity travels through light. Information, fucking a lot of shit. And then there's vibrational, physical movement energy. But here's the thing. That might seem very separate, but when you split the atom open and the mass turns into energy, you can turn that shit into light, or you can turn the light back into the fucking, like what the sun does it the other way around. Right? I know, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. The universe, like real crazy fucking space wizard magic. This is the real shit, man. Yeah, it fucking is. And we're just getting, like, dude, you can learn how to do, like, real time travel and shit. Like, that's not even a joke. But no, you gotta not hipster douchebag that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. Do not just go flopping a dildo around on it. Like, think about what you're doing. Alright, so yeah, no, like, particles and, oh my god, man, I know I sound like a crazy nut job right now. I mean, this is the thing, you probably get it by now, so now it's just a matter of specifying the units involved. How much uranium? How much light? And remember, it might seem weird, I'm just creating light? Yeah, brah, radiation. Remember all that fucking radiation you told me I should be scared about? Well, guess what? I learned what it was, and you don't give a fuck. Or maybe you do. At least some other hipster douchebag was like, no, it's the particles. Oh my god, man, I just spent an hour teaching you what a particle is, and now you can know what you're saying when you say that. Oh, you know, simple things. You know, I figured it out. Pretty much every, like, real answer, it takes a long time, and the short answers don't. So yeah, you know, I'm trying to explain the whole thing so you actually understand it in a way you'll remember. But, you know, if you're looking for a conspiracy, whatever, you can Google a faster answer, basically, and be like, no, it's the fucking fallout in the nuclear fallout in the mushroom cloud. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely, Space Cowboy. If I start with the crazy fucking quantum nuclear fucking particles... oh, yeah, science, yeah, fucking throw your science books out the window, fucking flop your dildos around. If you can't remember it or use it for anything, and you're just, right, I can tell when people just fucking a billion buzzwords in a beehive, and I don't, like, I'm sorry, like, it's fine to ask about it, be like, I heard some crazy shit about a Higgs boson. That's, you know, I'll tell you, you know what, I don't know much either, but I know they called it a goddamn particle before they had to change it to God particle. That was a joke or something. Yeah, that's a great place to start. If you start by, like, no, I got fucking inside scoop, buddy, you got the dumpster scoop. I don't know. I guess it's not even so much like you're lying or anything. No, it's like, I get if you're curious or whatever. It's more like I'm gonna say people who are, like, genuinely scientists, or people who have that scientific curiosity. It's like an addiction, almost. Yeah, it's like a drug. It's like you need more science. And what that means is, when you're thinking about shit like this, yeah, your mind goes all over the place, but you're also self-correcting yourself a lot. You don't want to get too far lost in the wrong place, because then you know, it's like when you're, oh, do I go down that hallway? Oh, if I go too far, I will forget. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Basically, if you have a genuine scientific curiosity about this, you should be like, oh, you know, this is interesting, at least, until it becomes ridiculous, right? Or whatever, yeah, worthy of ridicule, exactly. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. And at which point, yeah, at any point, if you say, like, that kind of doesn't make sense, or how do they measure a fucking million particles? You know what? That's a good question. I do not know how the fuck they measure exactly a million particles. Well, I mean, we can measure the mass of the particles, the mass of the chunk of plutonium. If it's really refined and small, you could estimate. I could estimate it very close to within the millions, right? If it's a 1 in a million or 1 in 5 million chance, and there's 50 million in there, yeah, it's close enough. And we'll underestimate, right? I can always go a million low. I'm not going to go a million higher, just in case, right? Yeah, you can think about stuff like this. You'll know what to think about instead of just fucking blood. Because you gotta realize, just saying the word doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, talking about a Higgs boson, it's cool, whatever. Again, I'm not claiming to know much about it myself. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I know it might seem like you're in the loop or something, but in the it really just makes you look stupider. I hate to say it. Like, I know how that sounds. Even for me, I'm not trying to like, all I know is goddamn particle, and it's so small no one can see it. What the fuck do you want anyone to say? So yeah, I mean, whatever. All I can say is, like, it really goes a long way to just, you don't have to ask, like asking a teacher, just like I said, just like, yeah, I heard some crazy shit about this particle or whatever. Like, even a real scientist will laugh and be like, yeah, no, that's some crazy shit, right? That, to them, like, it's genuine. It's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's some crazy shit and we want to know more. I would hope you want to know more. This is the thing, if you don't, it almost feels like you don't want to know more about it, because then it's like, yeah, like, you're scared that if I answer it and can prove it, then you have to go somewhere else to dildo fight, right? Yeah, that's why it's like, oh man, I get if you're skeptical, but at some point, how many SAR bombas do I have to blow up before this guy's jerked off enough dildos, right? Like, how far can you take that? Alright, so, back to the science here. Oh, fuck, you're already, yeah, so what do I use, pounds? No, don't use imperial units, god damn it. I thought of, yeah, I'll fucking mention it anytime it's relevant. Pounds and ounces, 16 ounces in a pound, and if the Dutch king captures me, I'll go back to France. God damn it, you can build a caveman nuke like that, straight up. But no, you gotta start using metric, and yeah, this is one thing I'm gonna bitch at America for. Yeah, I'm gonna bitch at America. Fucking right. Why do you teach people imperial math units? Oh, cause the lumber yard uses 4x4. Those motherfuckers can't learn metric. The fucking carpenter can't learn metric. He's already good at math and geometry, and fucking, half the shit he buys is metric anyway, and it's like, oh, we gotta get Canadian drywall again. Does it have inches on it? Oh my god, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. This is another hipster douchebag, like, old man version. The most interesting man in Spain version. Yeah, I've been using it for 50 years and it works. Yeah, it's perfect for your car, it's perfect for your house, it's perfect for your job. Like, it's perfect for what people do on a day-to-day life back in peasant France, which probably isn't too different than what you do in your life today. You just have a fancy computer and a bunch of porno and a cable guy who watches you jerk off. It's a little different, but it's not that different. This might seem like it's veering off into deep space, but really, this should help hammer it home how, yeah, we just make these units up. I mean, a meter and a foot are completely fucking arbitrary. They're based on something, it's the 3 millionth of a distance, whatever. The point is, I can make up whatever the fuck I want. I could break a leg off a chair and say, that's a boogaboggan, and that's a fucking boogaboggan. That's how Charlemagne created the foot. It's his Charlemagne's foot. Like, god damn it, dude. Meter, some metric is based on some scientific thing. Here's the thing, metric is more scientific, it's not just the ones and zeros, and the fact that doing anything is so much easier, because, yeah, okay, here's the thing, I'm sorry, I gotta say this, there's this whole fallacy, whatever, oh yeah, American kids are so stupid. Yeah, you know why? Because they have to work 10 times harder to do the same math, because they can't use metric. If they were, like, you know what I mean? Doing the same equation is going to take 10 times as much work, and they're going to get frustrated because none of it makes any sense, because it's fucking King Henry's bullshit from fucking France and the Dutch Netherlands and from 8 million years ago, and yeah, it's all nonsense, basically. It only works in very specific circumstances, so, if you plan to do anything other than, like, 5 different jobs, or, whatever, building your house and living in a car, I don't fucking know, man. I'm not saying you can't do those things, but some people want to do other things, and you need to know metric to do those things. Yeah, no, this is pretty serious. This is one thing I think America really needs to change at some point, somehow. This is the thing, you can learn it in college or university, but no, like, if every kid has to start with imperial math units, yeah, your whole life, this is why. You look at, even kids who grow up here, you still use feet and inches and stuff, and yeah, it's like, oh, we gotta use both now, right? Exactly. The fucking taint, man, the fucking hipster douchebag bullshit, really, and it's just like, oh, it's really frustrating. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. I obviously figured out both, but it's so much easier to just use metric. And I still say miles and feet. When I say 8 miles, it's figure of speech, man. Like, literally, it's a metaphor. It's a buzzword. I am not actually measuring things that way. I hope you realize that. Yeah, I guess, I don't know how that sounds. It'd be very difficult for me to completely stop using phrases like that. But I will, you know, if it's important or if it's whatever, I mean, you know, like, if I'm saying, like, even where I live, I'll say it's a certain amount of kilometers to town or whatever because of the signs on the road. If I say it's about 20 miles away, I'll only do that over short, like I said, short, specific circumstances. Our day-to-day life, driving 5 miles across town, yeah, that's day-to-day life. Going to a fucking Higgs boson galaxy 8 million light years away, yeah, no, we're not using miles per hour anymore, not at that point. Yeah, that might sound a little out there, but, you know, 50 million particles in their fucking nuclear reactor, yeah, we kind of need some... How many ounces are in a pound? Yeah, how many grams are in a kilogram? My God, like, this is, like, cultish, and, yeah, I don't know who to blame for this. It's almost like the crazy religious nuts are scared of science. That's what it seems like. And I know some people are all, you know, it's an American tradition, I guess. It's a fucking Dutch nonsense tradition, man. God damn, get rid of that shit. You're gonna look like King Henry. It's hard to say. I mean, really, there's practical benefit to knowing both, because we're gonna be fucking using it here anyway. It's just, yeah, I don't know. If you actually want to know this stuff, you just gotta know a couple basics, really. It's grams, meters, and seconds. Those are the standard measurement units of almost everything in physics. Yeah, it breaks down on the quantum level. Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna break down on the quantum fucking dimensional demon piss. Yeah, we're not there yet, alright? We can't, you think we can go there yet? We're still working on fucking particle, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is why the hipster douchebag shit doesn't work. It's like you can't start, you know, you walk before you run, you want to drive a Formula 1 car before you can talk, yeah, whatever, man. Basically, it's like, the thing is, yeah, you can dump, dip, dive, dodge right to the bottom of the barrel. Oh, I got the inside scoop, but you don't even know what it is or what you're looking for. You might have missed the hellfire right next to Lil Jon and Lil Wayne in the dumpster, right? Someone knows what that means. No, I guess the irony there is, yeah, you might find the right answer, but what does that even mean? What are you looking for? Yeah, what were you hoping to do? Are you building big motherfucking bombs or flopping dildos around? Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, I'm not expecting you to all build big motherfucking bombs. I'm just saying, right? Just because you found the answer to something, does it have any value to you, or are you just gonna, I don't know, if you show it off to someone, they might just take it? Like, I don't know. To me, that seems pointless. But, like, I get how, yeah, schools brainwash kids into that, basically, and, yeah, I don't know. Thing is, like, yeah, I went through school, too, but, like, most of my teachers weren't that great. I'm gonna say they're terrible, but I didn't really learn much from a lot of them. I did learn a lot from some of them, though, and that, you know, whatever. It's my little secret advantage in that sense, beyond whatever else I fucking saw, but anyway. Yeah, enough rambling, right? But this is the thing. The people who are actually on it are getting a bit more, and they're fucking years. You basically already have it. Whereas the hipster douchebag is just like, well, whatever. What's the answer? It's like, dude, I fucking go. It's the Fangsbognen. Yeah, you've never heard of the Stingsbognen? Yeah, you just look it up. Look it up on Google. That's the answer. And yeah, I realize whatever. You know, in case you're. I hope you know there's a difference between hipster douchebag and just sorry I don't get it yet. Yeah, there's a big difference, and I can tell, so don't worry. If you're just, you know, a little confused and like, missing a piece, it's fine. You know, we're you know, I appreciate you fucking want to know something, right? That's how I can tell. Like, if you do want to know something and you didn't follow enough so far, you probably would have asked something about it relevant to what's going on, you know what I mean? Anything, like fucking, you know, is it, how important is it to use grams instead? Well, yeah, we're getting into it, and goddamn, right? Yeah, instead of just saying, well, no, you could never know that, and yeah, man, I could never know nothing. It's exactly what I want you to think until I have the Tsar Bomba. Isn't that what you don't like? The secret conspiracies and the hiding? Yeah, that's how the fucking secret conspiracy, exactly, man. God damn it, hipster douchebag, you're creating half of these fucking mystical dragon shields around, right? You're oh my god, it's like the haze, the smoke, the fog of bullshit just whips it around and fucking everywhere, and it's like, you got, yeah, again, that's why it is annoying or whatever, it rubs me the wrong way, because it feels dishonest in that sense, whether it's intentional or not. It's like, you clearly have no interest in finding any real answer here, otherwise you'd have anything like, I don't know, it's hard to say, man. Just any constructive, like, attempt to reach an understanding with someone, instead of just either trying to win an argument or trying to just perpetuate an argument, really. It's like, just, yeah, as long as I don't lose, whatever, what about this? What about this? And what about, yeah, I mean, I'll say it every time. I got no problem with whataboutism, as long as you got something to fucking ask me that isn't that stupid, you know what I mean? If what about is an important question, then thank you, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, I don't doubt that one of you could probably fucking start to, you know, you just don't know how much is too many joules, right? Yeah, how much, at what point do we reach Sarbomba? Yeah, there you go. Come on, how many joules is that? Well, you have a juice box on you, Junior, if you're in school? Hey, fuck yeah, your kid's juice box. Look at it. It's got joules on it. 100 joules of energy, approximately, in a kid's juice box. Yeah, that's fucking rocket fuel. That's some particle fucking quantum rocket fuel. It is, straight up. You know, might sound a little strange to some of you, but, you know, crazy fucking Papa Goose or whatever looking at that thing is thinking, yeah, you know what? When the kid has a nuclear meltdown, yeah, it seems like a lot of fucking kilojoules, kilotons coming out of there. So, yeah, no, you're right. You're getting it. And yeah, when you see you've heard of this with nukes. Oh, the kiloton, 15 kiloton, and that's the 50 megaton. I think, yeah, with my brain, I think. Well, you can Google it if you want. Fuck, you might be right, I might be right. The duel is on, pistols at dawn. Fucking shoot each other in the face, mate. A ton is, what, 1,000 pounds, 1,000 kilograms, metric ton? Fucking hell. It's a measurement of, like, weight, basically, which can be applied sideways, up, down, any direction. It just happens to go down in a gravity field. And yeah, mass and weight are two different things. And this is why it's really fucking important to use grams instead. You know why? Because a gram is a gram is a gram, bitch. You don't have to do ounces and fucking, oh my god, King Henry, what are you doing? If you're wondering how people do this in the States, then, or do all the scientists people who go to university learn metric. Anyone, yeah, right? Any astronomer, any physicist, any fucking electrician, I bet even the carpenter probably has to learn it, right? There's your only excuse. Oh, you know, the lumber yard, yeah, all our lumber is still, oh, fuck your lumber, buddy. Yeah, I used to deliver lumber, I used to stack lumber, I used to sell lumber, I used to bitch with guys about lumber. You want to use cedar or spruce, pine or fir? Yeah, you know, the fir is good, but it's a little more expensive. Oh, is he gonna get it without knots on it? It's like, bitch, it's a tree. It's got fucking knots and branches in it. Yeah, you want a tree without branches? I don't know, man. Yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like, we can measure particles in grams. Like, micrograms, milligrams, nanometers, yeah, right? Going from nanometers to kilometers. You just have to move a decimal over. You don't even have to do math. Literally, you don't do anything to the numbers. You just move the decimal. And then you, yeah, multiply that number. It's like you're skipping 90% of the bullshit. Whereas, oh my god, with Imperial, you gotta convert the units, like, from pounds to fucking tons, and then tons back to pounds, and the Dutch king captures me, and I'll go back to Spain. My god, you must see how stupid that is. It's one of those things. If you're sitting there thinking, it's not a big deal, it means you haven't done real math before. I'm sorry. You know, it works for your small numbers and small equations in your grocery store change counting world. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it that way. Try doing any real science, your astronomy, whatever, and if you're thinking, oh no, that's impossible for anyone to do, or, you know, not without going to university, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, it's half and half, man. Yeah, I'm not crazy conspiracy, man. Like, don't go to university. If you can, that's great. Maybe decide what you want to do first. Don't just go to philosophy class. If you do, make sure it's in war college. Yeah, no, right? I don't know. Don't go to school just for the sake of going to school to make your parents happy or your fucking whoever. Go there because you want to fucking learn something, right? Oh my god. And if you do, you can talk to fucking professors and whatever. If you don't give a shit, then who cares? What are you even doing there anyway? Just dicking around, flopping a dildo around, playing a guitar. I don't care. That's cool. Why don't you just go start a band or something instead, right? Yeah. I guess the real bottom line for that one is, let's say you are the crazy man who proves all the scientists wrong. It happens. Yeah, it happens. Guys like Einstein, right? The thing is, you want to break the rules and go, think outside the box? You have to know where the box is first. If you don't know what the, orthodox method is, you'll never know what the unorthodox method is. And you'll just be flailing a dildo around, and most people can tell. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, one of you is already more together, got their shit together than I do right now. You got your notepad, you got your fucking you got the grams, the meters, the seconds. Yeah, I guess I'll explain why. Yeah, why grams, meters, seconds. Well, shit, you probably already know. Yeah, it's the easiest way to do it. It doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. Yeah, you could do it in feet and inches, and I still got the right answer. Good for you. How much fucking time did you waste? Yeah, the right answer isn't always the best answer. Nah. I don't know. I hope this was helpful for most of you. And yeah, no, don't worry. We're wrapping it up. We're tying it all together here. And dip, and dive right in. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, brah. So yeah, like, fucking let's hammer it out. Like, hey, we're building a fucking big motherfucking bomb for real right now. If we had the shit, we could build a caveman nuke. Right? The guy who just wants to crazy words, what's he gonna do? He's gonna stand there saying crazy hocus pocus magic. Yeah, no. This is real fucking big bada boom, yin yang boom magic. Fucking, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, as we tie this up, really? Do you know who has the right answer is, well, fuck you, right? Think about it. Think about why we're here right now and what we're doing. Really, yeah, whoa, take a step back, bruh. I figured I had to go into all this detail to help you figure out how big a bomb can be before it's too much, right? You're the one who has to decide how big this bomb can be. Because if it's up to me, oh, fucking Tsar nuclear fucking torpedo galactic enterprise, yo, man, I'll make this thing as big as I want. No, you have to tell me how big it can be. But it still has to be big enough to blow up a crazy man's fortress, right? I'll help you, but no, you're the ones bitching about it, not me, get it? If you're the ones bitching about how big can this bomb be, too big of a Tsar Bomba, goddamn, how big is too big for Tsar Bomba then? Well, one of you's probably thinking, what do I compare this to? That's how we measure everything, isn't it? It's fucking how we measure everything. What do you want to compare it to? You think of an explosion that's acceptable to you, literally. Think of an explosion that you are okay with, and then compare it to the Tsar Bomba explosion that almost made you piss yourself, and think, alright, you know, let's scale that down like 60%, bruh, and we'll run a simulation on that. We're getting there. I'm guessing one person who is halfway between super skeptical and hipster douchebag, you're close to hipster douchebag, be careful, is your warning, might be thinking, you know, if this was real, legitimate, I would expect a lot more technical numbers. Yeah, education system and fucking, okay, yeah, right, problems with the technical, the particle, physical, blah, 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 blah. Dude, I could just Google a textbook and read it to you, and whatever, Higgs boson, lizard orgies, that does not do anything, and I'm sorry, no, this is like a lot of media fault, your fucking parents' fault, your fucking everyone's fault but yours, but now it's also your fault, so goddamn it. Oh, all I can say is, like, these words are just names. Crazy, a lot of them are people's names, and, like, weird German Dutch people with really weird names. Do not let that be your basis of science. And really, again, what answer do you want? Like, if this was legitimate, the right answer, it's like, you want the government to tell you how big this bomb is supposed to be? Like, really? Again, that's why you gotta back up and think about what the answer is, and why you want an answer, and what answer are you looking for, and what the fuck is an answer? It's a solution to a problem, is it not? Yeah, several problems, several solutions to different variables. Yeah, I know, right? I know it's scary. I know, trust me, it's real math and science, but the thing is, if you're, like, you are slowly, I got one little part, hey man, that means you're a real scientist, that means you're smarter than all these crackpot hipster douchebags, because, yeah, you're fucking a fucking corporal, and that guy's still a private in the mud. God damn it, you're getting somewhere. Now please, like, goddamn, you can do this, you're already there. You just need to know, yeah, how big, you don't want to make this thing too big. No, really, we're dropping this thing somewhere, and if it blows up the atmosphere, it's your fault. So yeah, like, if the speed of light is always the same, it's a big, and here's the thing, we measure the speed of light in meters per second. It's 300 million meters per second, 300,000 kilometers per second, or 184 million feet per second. What? King Henry's feet? Or fucking some random king of some country's feet? That's not how we measure space, man. Oh, yeah, I know. It's fucking 8 parsecs to the, yeah, right, oh my god. That's a real unit of measurement, but we don't need to know that here, that's the whole thing. Hipster douchebag starts saying parsec, it's like, that's unrelated. Yeah, I know I'm confusing the matter, but it's like, I don't know, in my opinion, I have to kick all this shit out as I go. Otherwise, they do. They just swarm all over it, and then anyone who could learn something from it later will just be like, yeah, that's too big of a fucking rabbit hole for me. And that's probably a smart way to think. Yeah, don't careful with those rabbit holes, man. This is more like a foxhole. Yeah, I know, a little different. You know, let's say you're a hardcore about this, and you're like, you know what? I'm willing to make one extra conversion calculation on the fucking parameters here. Alright, you know what? That sounds like hipster douchebag trying to get serious. Holy fuck, I'm gonna give you a chance. Alright. It's more, every step you take further is gonna make it 10 times more complicated. That's 100 million more, oh my god. Like, again, you don't notice until you step out of the, yeah, like you just did. It's like, okay, I'm gonna actually try to do this in imperial units. Now that we're in space, dealing with fucking light years and parsecs and microbilograms and, oh yeah, brah, feet and inches and fucking miles and ounces and pounds. King Henry, let's do it. Remember doing long division? Oh, yeah, no, we don't have to do long division. Unless you're using... Do you know how they measure the lumber yard? If that's your only fucking excuse is the lumber? Oh man, 5/8 of an inch, 5/16 of an inch, that was 7/16 of an inch. So we ordered the wrong boards. We gotta send these ones back and get the 5/16 of an inch boards and the 7 and 4/16 of an inch, yeah. And these particles are 18 billionth of an inch. Billionth of an inch. That is a word. No one, how am I supposed to, you know what I mean? I've got my measuring stick, it's got inches on it, it's got fucking fractions of a billionth. You realize those fractions are long division, that's not decimals. You gotta fucking do long division with a billion digits, like what? Yeah, no, when Americans go to space and do anything, they use metric. The American heroes using metric, what the fuck? Yeah, the communists are people, oh my god, you've lied to me. There's more than one nuke, Santa Claus isn't real. Oh man, Santa Claus is a fucking, like, biker mafia overlord, man, be careful. You know what, most of you probably agree that's bad enough, but I'm gonna give this the old 1-2. You know, let's go a step further. Yo, you did all that long division, huh? Alright, hey, Google, yeah, fucking right, Siri did it all. Yeah, she loved me a long time, fucking right. Pretty soon she can replace you, and the floppy dildos, oh boy, we can find a whole other use for those. Alright, so, if we go back to our equation here, we can't use grams and anymore, because we're not using meters per second anymore. We're using imperial units, so now you have to use pounds and ounces, and do you do fractions of an ounce? Or fractions of a pound? Quarter pounder, yeah, quarter pounder with cheese, Billionth of a pounder with cheese, what the fuck is a billionth of a pound? Do you see why these are clown men? Yes, and starting to become the funny kind. I guess I hate to say it this way. Sure, that's technically the right answer, but it's a completely useless answer. It's good enough if you don't have to do anything. If you're the one who has to do the shit, it's like, no, I'm sorry, this is bullshit. I need another tape measure. Are you gonna use the communist tape measure because some guy told you to? You might tell him you're gonna use it, and give me the other one, or whatever, man. Maybe the communist tape measure has fucking centimeters on it. I guess that's how people can usually tell if you're just trying to throw a buzzword around or not, is if you don't actually, you know, not even need the information or have a genuine curiosity for any right? If none of that is there, I don't know, it's not even that you can't, whatever, I don't really care personally, it just annoys me if you're gonna, like, the fucking just nagging, basically, like, what about this, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man, I don't know, I get it, it's like you want to yell at your teacher or something, fucking give her a call, she'd probably be like, bitch, what the fuck's going on, she'd be like, my husband just left me, and you'd be like, alright, I got a bunch of floppy dildos, yeah, right, you never know what could happen. Really, I think even the hipster douchebag is starting to get it, because he's actually smart enough. Don't be your own downfall, man. Like, just come up with a crazy new word for something, but it's still gotta work, right? Yeah, if the equation has to work, it can't... Yeah, I don't know, man. It's, yeah, if you're wondering, oh, is the teacher gonna check it or not, and it's like, it's your answer, it's your fucking big motherfucking bomb. I'm gonna make the fucking nuclear torpedo bomb of all, mother of all god bombs. That's my answer. Do you want that answer, or do you want your answer? It's scary, isn't it? Yeah, no, you almost want there to be an answer, like, oh man, there's no answer in the back of the textbook. Yeah, that was the Lil Jon and Lil Wayne. They're in the fucking dumpster in the fucking Wolverine paddling wagon up north in Santa's biker mafia workshop. Oh my god, man, I can do this all day. But no, we really should get working cracking on the big motherfucking bomb here. Otherwise, I'm gonna be fucking nuking the galaxy with this shit. Thing. If you go all crazy and bring your Star Wars buddies here, oh brah, don't think I won't fucking nuke their whole fleet of Star Destroyers. Straight up, you don't think I could? Do you know enough about their Star Destroyers to stop it from happening? See, the best part about doing that is I don't actually have to do as much work. It's an easier, because, right? Just more, just bigger, bigger. Yeah, that's all I need to say is more, bigger, bigger until it fucking blows everything up. I was under the impression you wanted to stop that from happening, right? And I know a lot of you get it, and now you're nervous, like, oh shit, like, I have to know something, oh my god, right? Yeah, you can't just not know anything and hope that everything's gonna be fine one day, and, oh yeah, you know, God's gonna fucking nuke you one of these days with another asteroid. Unless, yeah, science, oh my god, knowing shit, yeah, right, God's game, I mean, he's fucking on the pool billiard balls, he's like, alright, Earth, I'm fucking going for the corner pocket, are you ready? Oh, brah, no, we fucking scrapped that 70s acid tripper laser platform shit, we got fucking Gauss cannons now that can shoot a fucking uranium bolt, a fucking tungsten round right through an asteroid and split it into a bunch of fucking little tambourine motherfuckers, I don't even know, man, yeah, right, you could be ready for that if you knew how to do this, so it's not too late yet, you can still do it and you already have most of it, so let's finish this. Yeah, oh, because you know these fuckers would come at me, right? All these same hipster dudes, sorry, yeah, no, you guys would all come running back if there was an asteroid going, yo, where's the big motherfucking bombs for this asteroid? And I'd be like, brah, they're right here, but they're gonna cost you. Yeah, exactly. And then one of you is like, bro, I can build a big motherfucking bomb too. And I'd be like, shit, I don't have a monopoly anymore. I don't own the world of the Lizard Man conspiracy of nukes. Hey, what did I say about giving power away, huh? I'm giving you a chance, man. You want to claim this power of the fucking hellfire, brimstone, rain of death? You sure, I'm teaching you a spell, but really, right? It's like I'm trying to teach you this witchcraft spell, and you're like, well, I don't know. Yeah, if you don't know how to do it, then you don't know how to do it, or you know what I mean? You could wing it, blow up your whole fucking planet. I don't know, right? Yeah, and this is yeah, of course, right? Yeah, you know, even Harry Potter is starting to get it. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. At this point, I think all of you know how to cast this spell. But yeah, how big is too big and how much is too much, and those little nitpicky whatever so-so details, yeah, that's what separates the professionals from the crackpots, man. And this is the thing, right? Where's the details? And that's the you probably yeah, that's your responsibility. Unfortunately, I showed you how to do this, and I can walk you through little things in that, and I'll specify. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna specify exactly what the fuck you want out of this, but you need the quantity. I don't know the quantity that you want, right? Yeah, how many fucking kilobillitons is this? And that's yeah. I hope you're using metric again by now. 8/billionth of a pound of an inch of a fucking fraction of King Henry's dick. That's I'm sorry if you're gonna destroy the planet for King Henry's fucking millimeter Peter, whatever, like, you've got to realize how stupid shit like that is, right? Yeah, everyone's got their fucking negligent bullshit to get rid of, and oh, I'm sorry, America, that's a big one. Do whatever church is demanding this, please, I will talk to them about the dangers of the Hell Lord Diablo. Oh, trust me, I know about this shit, man. Maybe they're not Catholic, I'm not even Catholic, it's a fucking demon man, hipster lord douchebag, I've seen him a million times, I know exactly what they're scared of, we can talk about it, please, it's better than not having math. On the other hand, if it is really just the Carpenters Union, ask them how many times they had to return those, like, 5/8 of 16th bolts of an 1/18 of an inch bolts. Yeah, fucking they're doing it right now as you're calling them, yeah. So yeah, like I said, these particles, yeah, well, let's nail down the quantities, because I can help you decide what the unit is. Like I said, one basket of apples, whatever, one fucking unit, one joule of energy, right? You gotta compare each thing to each thing. So, okay, this is the thing, yeah, like, sorry, two of these are very easy. Again, speed of light is always the same, that's fucking constant, you don't have to, that's the fucking most constant thing in the fucking universe. Time and space will bend around that to allow you real time travel, that's how fucking real that is. We'll get there once you understand how to not Sarbomba your fucking planet to death, alright? These are for the asteroids and the Star Destroyers. Yeah, you can use these fuckers in space, oh fuck yeah. So yeah, speed of light, again, oh, the big number, meters per second, which you can turn into kilometers per second if you're dealing with kilograms, right? If it's grams, meters, and seconds, it's grams, meters, and seconds. What if it's kilograms and fucking, yeah, oh man, kilometers and kilograms? Well shit, nothing changed, did it, right? You gotta move a decimal on the seconds. That's why, man, you must see how much, like, scientists can just bing bada boom on a notepad, and you got like 10 scientists at a supercomputer that's melting for, you know what I mean, to do the same calculations. That's not even a joke. I'm pretty sure when NASA started, I don't know how real this is, like, might be folklore or like a fucking joke between nerds at Microsoft or something, but it was like when fucking it was like when the Pentium processors were coming out and they had funny joke commercials and shit and just that kind of stuff, like, oh yeah, bad computers used to be, and it was like NASA, you've seen old computers, supercomputers, they look like refrigerators, and yeah, it's like fucking hell, just to play chess or something. And fucking, yeah, they, of course, when NASA started in like the 60s or whatever, no, they didn't have fucking jack shit, they didn't have microchips, those computers were just for storing information, whatever, records, yeah, we got backups, sure, fine, whatever, calculator, yeah, we all got calculators, fucking right, oh man, the way of the future. My point is, as far as I know, yeah, no, they came to a point where they realized they can't use any imperial units. Maybe they were going half and half, or like, okay, we'll use kilometers, and it's like, dude, no, stop, brah. Yeah, no, you gotta ditch King Henry's fucking shit outside. I'm sorry, King Henry is not allowed in NASA headquarters. I'm sure any logical American would agree. If he was King Richard, he would be like, all right, let's fucking learn metric, and by tomorrow he'd be like, all right, here's the metric, and that's King Richard, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm sure even the stupider people know that, yeah, there's a difference between the hipster douchebag. Really, if you're in this situation, consult with your home bras and comrades, like, which one of you is the smartest, right? Who do you trust to make this decision? That could very well be part of it, right? If y'all know something about it, you could actually make that decision. I have a feeling if I put you guys all in the one group, yeah, you guys can all answer as one group, fucking Imperial King Henry is out the window. You guys are not going to bicker over whether to use metric or Imperial anymore. Oh, it's fine when you're just throwing shit at the teacher. Yeah, whatever, man. I got a big shield for that shit. No, between you guys, it's like, alright, yeah, no, fuck billionths of a pounds of an inch. Yeah, no, who wants to work harder on that? We want to tell the guy who's smart who's going to help you to work harder on that? No, okay, metric units, yeah, grams, meters, seconds. You're probably not going to have a fucking kilogram of particles, right? You got to realize, even if you got a kilogram of uranium ore in a caveman nuke, that's a little different. Yeah, you already know that. So we're really close here. Once you, like, yeah, with the energy, that's the tricky one, yes, and I know my theory of, how do you measure light? Lumens? Yeah, exactly. Watts, volts, fucking, oh man. You can measure energy in a lot of different ways, and we'll get there. But yeah, we're nailing down god damn it, this is, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This way no one can fuck with this anymore. You know what it is. So yeah, I mean, fuck, even Superman can't fuck with the speed of light, right? He uses it to go back in time, allegedly, yeah, right? So, yeah, straight up, even Superman can't fuck with c squared. That is fucking as written in stone as anything. If it could change, but I expect everything else to change before that does. That's the last option. Yeah, Vinny ever told you about the last option? C squared is the fucking last option the universe has if it needs to change something. And the mass, I mean, really, yeah. As long as you know there's a difference between weight and mass, and if you're still, it's pretty easy to explain. I mean, gravity's some crazy shit that you gotta have epic rap battles of science with Einstein with for years. In a way, that's if you want to get into the really, that's him dealing with hipster douchebags. I hate to say, I'm not saying Niels Bohr's a hipster douchebag. He's the one who's actually smart and knows what he's talking about, contrarian, whatever. I'm just saying, yeah, like the initial theory is quite simple. It's when you start, well, what happens if you fly through a black hole? It's like, oh god, okay, yeah, I gotta think of something, right? Oh, Einstein was wrong, yeah, because you asked him a stupid question. To be fair, I can understand people being skeptical back in the day, just because they had no way of proving a lot of this. It was still mostly theoretical. Today, we have, I hate to say, like, it would be harder to disprove. I know you might be skeptical of some of this. Well, we can get into more of this later, but, once we were done with this part. But no, like, yeah, this wizardry fucking space magic, oh, it's there. The force is there, man. You gotta, like, not, you need... That floppy lightsaber dildo has nothing to do with it. This weapon is not your life, it's a dildo. You can still learn how to sword fight as well, but that's a different thing, right? You gotta take fencing. Oh my god, man, right? Yeah, you could take a fencing class in the War College, yeah, I know. So, or basketball, I don't fucking know. Yeah, right, you think it would just be fencing, anyway. So yeah, thing is, yeah, you don't really need to understand everything about gravity just to start with these equations. Like, you can still build a fucking big motherfucking bomb, right? It only gets complicated when you get into fucking black holes and wormholes and fucking quantum phase dick holes and, oh man, they're everywhere. There's fucking quantum phase dick holes all over your face. Whatever. We can nuke the shit. Yeah, you probably get by now that, and it's not even just destroying is easier than creating. I mean, it is. Yeah, what the sun is doing is more complicated or harder to do than this. So I mean, yeah, we're riding that middle line, right? That sleazy gray middle. We gotta stay close to that sleazy gray middle. You don't want to go too far out into the fucking atmosphere, and if it just goes poof and doesn't do anything, well, that was a fucking waste. So if you remember what I said last time, a gram is a gram is a gram. As far as I understand, that applies under Earth conditions. 1 g of gravity, right? If you're in 2 g's of gravity, it's twice as much. Oh my god, man. Right? These little things, and I know, like, this is the thing, you don't need to understand everything about what a G is. As long as you can do the math equation, this will still work. You'll still be able to cast the spell without fucking killing yourself. You can still study gravity. Oh my god, when you start studying gravity, you'll be like, hey, I could probably build one of these so big it would blow up a fleet of Star Destroyers. Oh, fuck yeah, brah. Come on, bring it on, Star Wars, guys. Yeah. Right? And I don't know, man, yeah. I guess there's like like I said, it's like a fucking drug, man. If you really, like, get the craving for science, like, once you realize that it works. Because, you spend your life where, whoa, man, this guy said he's got the magic, that guy said he knows some magic, and then you realize, oh shit, oh my god, I just almost blew my house up. Wait, what? Oh god, yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, really, if you're wondering why I'm such a nerd, that's a lot of it. When I was a kid, I was, but that'd be, of course, I used to be a kid. Man, I still like Star Wars, but of course, when I was a kid, I wanted to fucking be all crazy spaceman, and then I realized I actually could. It's actually fucking possible, right? It's, oh my god, science, yeah, right? And it's like, people can say, well, yeah, people say, well, all the time, man. Have you seen the fucking menu, bud? Yeah, and at this point, you're probably glad fucking King Henry got kicked out the window and replaced with King Richard, because, yeah, he's like, oh, no, I got it, fucking bra, whatever you guys say, mate, yeah, I got it, mate, yeah, exactly, that's what he'd say, and fucking, exactly, because, a gram is a gram is a gram, what, a pound for a pound? Oh, no, buddy, that ain't on the menu, bud, you didn't read the right menu, bud. Of course it is on a small scale. But when you get to the atomic scale, or the galactic scale, how many billionths of an inch and fractions of an ounce, and my god, man, shoot King Henry now. Yes, I don't think even Hipster Douchebag wants to fuck with that, because it's too fucking boring. Yeah, exactly, right? More math? Oh, you don't want to do even more math? Oh god, right? Why do I even have to argue this? I hope, yeah, well, this is the thing, that's what yeah, you get it. Hipster Douchebag will cause everyone to have to do more math just because, and you think he's gonna do any of the math? Fuck no, that's why you don't listen, that's why you don't take advice from these people. And really, in a way, that's probably why some people were expecting a lot more numbers. Like, yeah, I thought there'd be a crazy equation. Yeah, no, man, no. That's hipster douchebag. I mean, I'm not saying some scientists do that because they're stuck, whatever, but it's like, you try to avoid that. You want less chalkboards, right? The extra chalkboards are just if for emergencies. Yeah, those are emergency chalkboards, all right? They're not supposed to be constantly cluttered like the crazy time machine man. But of course, in the movie, it's a crazy scientist scribbling all over a thing, and then he falls asleep and has a dream, and sexy sweaty bitch, and then, whoa, the science worked accidentally, and, oh, wow, man, yeah. You see, the science can work accidentally. And it's Sarbomba! Oh my god, you get it. So yeah, fucking hell. How many particles is a gram? Yeah, okay, well, you're fucking, every time you get a step closer and you throw one more piece of garbage out behind you. At this point, the reason it's like this now is, I don't think anyone could convince you otherwise unless they had a really good fucking argument or showed you a better SAR bomba, right? Oh, I'll show you more bombas, bud. Have you seen the menu of the big motherfucking bombs, bud? And, knowing that you very well could cast the spell yourself, right? I know, who doesn't want the ability to cast the spell? I'm not saying you do. But then if anyone else even just talks about it, you'd be like, bro, I fucking build a bigger nuke than you. Yeah, and then maybe you can avoid that shit. It's kind of like having nukes to prevent using them. If you don't even know what it is, okay, I'll keep this menu to myself, bud. Yeah, it's a little different. So, yeah, what you want to know now is, a kilogram of particles, that's like the whole chunk of, no, I know, that was the caveman nuke, yeah, oh my god, and fuck, yeah, you're getting it, the ratio is way off, and yeah, so you're trying to balance that ratio, you don't, guesstimate, but don't go insane, yeah, right? No, you probably might even get what I mean. Okay, so, a gram of particles, There is a conversion between atomic units and grams. You could probably Google it. Just fucking convert grams to atomic units as simple as possible, right? It's something from a fucking a university, a Harvard, Oxford, fucking anything that isn't, some weird name you've never heard of, basically, because there are made-up universities. I'm sorry, just, I don't mean to, I'm not saying, I know how that is, because it's like, oh, now the little guy doesn't have a chance. I'm sorry, he got fucking beat to death with floppy dildos by a bunch of fucking, oh my god. Hipster douchebags, oh, you know exactly why. No, like I said, I can't give you the answer, but I can tell you exactly how to find it, and once you find this answer, you can find you can build any fucking nuclear fucking torpedo warhead missile rack platform you could fucking think of. That's what once you know that, you can fucking take it anywhere you want. If I just gave you an answer, that'd be all, I can build this one bomb. Yeah, I'll teach you how to build a caveman nuke, a fucking ooga, get me some fire and stone. That stone, the one that kills the guy. And that's why scrambling around for the right answer is the wrong menu, bud. You want the right menu, bud? That means you need a solution to the problem of fucking nuking everyone with the big motherfucking bombs. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so, and here's the part that even oh man, I gotta do some fucking Googling myself, and you know what, that's gonna take time, and I'd rather finish this hey, maybe we'll cap this off when I come back for the next one. That can be your homework, oh my fucking god, right? Scary. You don't actually have to do anything, right? Hey, it depends, you can schmooze up with your friends and be like, oh, you got this shit, right, bro? Yeah, you never know, right? Whatever your thing is. Oh man, just don't be expecting to, you won't get the spell yourself, right? Oh man. Right, that's the whole thing. Whoever works the hardest and gets the most out of it gets the spell, right? I can cast it, yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is, man. And I'm sure most of you are cautious enough not to fucking blow up the atmosphere after seeing Sarbamba there. Yeah, no, even hipster douchebags, like, how far can I fucking take this? Bruh, carefully, it's like dropping grams of acid, fucking, right? Oh boy, that's not on the menu, bud. So, yeah, the thing is, I know what a gram is. A unit of energy. I'm honestly not sure if it's joules. Joules used to be really common, but that might be outdated by now. Like when I was in school in the 90s, yeah, oh my god, King Henry, yeah, right? That may not be the current standard, and yes, I need to Google for it, but that's a bit of, I gotta fucking going into the landmine fucking Viet Cong jungle doing that. I ain't just going in blind. I gotta take my time and do it right. So yeah, I'm gonna do my own little homework after that. And fuck, one of you guys might have a better answer than me, Jesus. I mean, like I said, my job is easier because I just need the biggest fucking explosion possible. I guess, really, I gotta cap it somewhere. I don't want to blow up the universe. I need enough to blow up a fleet of Star Destroyers without knocking our planets out of orbit. But the planets are really fucking far apart. But yeah, I don't even think you can't even fly a Star Destroyer like that up to a planet. They go so fast, they go faster than your Star Destroyer. We got light speed. Yeah, light speed. Chase a planet at light speed without overlapping it. Oh my god, man. You better be a really good driver. Best pilot in the galaxy, kid. Yes, okay, sorry, I'll cap this part off here with units of energy. Again, with those nukes, kilotons, megatons, as far as I know, that is kinetic force. That's like a fucking ton of brick, literally getting hit by 15 tons of bricks, kilotons of bricks. It blew the house over, blew the fucking, yeah, that's that force. But that doesn't really account for all the energy, does it? The radiation, yeah, and this is, yeah, it's been hours and we got more to go, but now you know enough to understand all that shit, and like, yeah, we'll get into the fallout and the radiation next time. I thought you were gonna tell me about those things. Yeah, I am gonna tell you about those things, and you're actually gonna fucking understand what I'm saying, instead of just scientist man going, fucking crazy wormholes. Yeah, man, you got ringworm, or you better go to a doctor. Oh, fuck, yeah, right, come on. And yeah, you're like, oh my god, I will, right? Maybe, even part of it. You'll have an intuition about it. It won't just be a floppy dildo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that by the, time we talk about this next time or whatever, yeah, you will see the true benefit in finding more than just one answer, basically. Yeah, what's the answer? The answer is one answer, and there's many possible answers. Which solution do you need? Yeah, and, right, and you get that, and it's like, yeah, now you just want to make sure you're not the one who accidentally blows up the fucking universe, right? Yeah, it's pretty fucking intense, brah. And that's yeah, and it's when you got this is when hipster douchebag does, yeah, right? It doesn't matter until you don't want to blow up the universe, right? And when, oh, sorry, we got to do something, man. If it's not this, it's fucking, oh yeah, then this guy's building the crazy fucking nuclear torpedo. No, man, yeah, it's all on you, brah. But yeah, no, it's got a couple things to right, man, at least you probably you can pause this and watch it later when you're doing your fucking homework. Anything to help you build this thing right. Yeah, you want anything you can to fucking build this thing right. Almost done, almost there. All you need to look for is whatever unit of energy Einstein used in this equation. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I'm sure I read it in a book once and forgot. So I gotta look for it again. I'm just like, yeah, you might think, why didn't you look for it before? It's like, well, fuck, I'm gonna look for it. I'm telling you, gonna look for it. What the fuck? I don't know, man. Fuck yourself. You build a fucking nuclear torpedo. The fucking Star Destroyers are already here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm a crazy scientist. Sorry, I like to fucking try to do shit first before I Google it. And it depends how urgent the situation is. Obviously, if I need to fucking drive someone to a hospital, I'm gonna Google where the hospital is, but there's a chance it might be wrong or it's gonna lead me into a dead-end traffic jam, you never know. So I gotta avoid the dead-end traffic jam of this. Whatever unit of measurement is in that equation, I'm thinking joules or fucking, it's not volts or electron volts or something like that, right? It's one of those units of energy, but I'm not sure which one. Oh boy, whichever one it is, then you convert that into your kiloton, megaton, fucking whatever the fuck that is. That could be a little more, we can cap off with that when we get back, when we discuss the actual fallout and radiation. Because, yeah, like, just to finish here, the radiation is the light. Yeah, the light. That's the first thing that hits you when the nuke goes off, is the beam of light. Remember when the fucking paint came off of the school bus? Yeah, it was like whoosh, whoosh, oh, and if that was your skin, yeah. Just first, and like in the Terminator 2, again, back to Terminator 2, there's an epic nuking scene, yeah, right, when the nukes go off. And fucking she's dreaming about it and her skin catches on fire before anything else happens. Yeah, the light hits you, it burns you, and then the fucking wave hits you and poof, all the ashes go flying. So it comes in waves is what I'm saying. The first wave is the light radiation. There's also radioactive particles, yeah. So no, we're gonna wrap this up as soon as we fucking get back next time. Go get cracking on your best estimation for this fucking tactical nuke. And I guess you're better off going too small than too big. Yeah, you know what? Worst case scenario, we drop another bomb, I guess, but just draw a second line. Maybe you have 2 guesses, 3 guesses. I got 3 prototypes, anything. If it's too big, fucking we're done. But yeah, I don't know. It just gets you thinking about it more. Yeah, our kids say, when are we going to use this in school? And, they should at least, apples and oranges use units. Yeah, fucking SAR bombas and nuclear torpedoes. How many of which one do you want? Now it's, units and real shit and Star Wars and fucking Star Destroyers are gonna be here tomorrow, and if you don't have anything ready, I'm using my fucking galactic torpedo killer. Oh fuck yeah. See you then.